And I retire from staying out so late at night. When we're alone together, we can be doctor and nurse. If it should be forever, then baby we should get it right. I wish you would stay longer. Bright up my life like Disney World. I wish you would stay longer.
Back to the future.
I cherish every moment that you're around. I might not show it 'cause I can't find words to say. I try to say I love you, but I get tongue-tied. I start to reason word and fail in every way. I wish you would stay longer.
Just a little longer.
Back to the future.
Back to the future. I wish you would stay longer.
To make me strong and stronger.
Just like magic you would go.
Oh man, just a little more time. Put the stake in on me world, I want you brighten up me life. Make it glisten like
Back
fire.
to the future.
Put the stake in on me world, I want you brighten up me life.
The saddest day of my life is when she left me with a broken heart. I was feeling the pain, the pain, the pain. The saddest day in my life is when she left me with a broken heart. I was going insane. Yes, try to erase all the memories. They're the ones that don't sleep. If I could forget all about the past, how long will this go on? The saddest day in my life is when she left me with a broken heart. I was feeling the pain, the pain, the pain. The saddest day in my life is when she left me.
Back to the future. Back to the future.
95% black and 5% white in jails. 95% black and 5% white in jails. No youth mentor want you to change your intention. Whoa, whoa, and try to set up a production. Yeah. No open your eyes to reality. Whoa, whoa, and try to remember the days of slavery. 95% black and 5% white.
OMG in the morning.
jails.
Morning.
95% black and 5% white in jail.
Won't you
Get
go
your
home,
dumb.
go home to your nana, go home to your nana, you're too young to be my lover.
It's Throwback
If you're to be my
Throwback
lover,
Thursdays.
Oh, yes.
you must be 18 and over.
I sing. Woman, your pretty body, you no respond. What him looking at is a life sentence. So, woman, your fat body, you no cater. You big in a body, but young like our. I check you out, me see you on the corner. You are my in your skirt span your veranda. We is a taking life, keep brand like our. When when you get it from your possess the charmer. Would you want to know fit? Cocotti one follow the girl young in a age, and that's a serious matter. These man every time I go meet the most crime, but no pay them no mind.
Well, when it come to the hungry love feeling, man, them when them come and you know them for no one
Back
thing.
to the
That's what the
future.
caution me call you in a ramping. You miss them no people. So when nighttime come, you get the munchies for love. You eat fi squeeze and you eat fi rub. You hot and you ready,
you just call out for me name, call me while come in a hurry. There's no time to stall when the raven name a call. Take out me ladder, figure crawl up you wall. But put out your stuff in case I'm on fall. Hey,
you have the munch if you love and you not fight the feeling. Approach with caution. You know they in and no ramping. A boy don't know they walk. You know who run fi fire him. A boy get fire before the 2-minute warning. Listen good and listen me darling. You feeling hungry, me have the thing we appetizing. You don't know, you know the pan no diet in me. Go and stuff your turkey till like Thanksgiving.
So when night time come, you get the munchies for love. You give me squeeze and you eyes be rub. You hot and you ready, you just call out for me. Call me while hurry. There's no time to stall when the rave alcohol. Take out me ladder, figure crawl up you wall. But put out your stuff in case I'm on fall.
Morning, tired of those who have been yawning. Kids from foreign coming down in the early morning. Just so the Dan Gaga with them car Ellie.
Back to the future.
Some of them wonder what is the boom shot attack. We have come down with this natural pop. As the kids them come watching that. Hear this. As the kids them pop it up.
The wickedest time we have a girl like her. Banja American big pretty place done. Now put it down, yeah. Papa make it handing, yeah. Sometimes coffee, sometimes tea. You know, say Banja American a celebrity. We ram dance a town and in the country. And all the girls we say them love we, yeah. Look how the girls them nice and sweet. The gravity way they underneath. Who want it every day? Not to mention the weed.
Say reggae music round the world. We respect that. Cause every time we touch the mic, them screaming boom shakata. Crowd of massive gets the vibes. We're an after that. This is a lesson definition of the boom shakata.
Come and say bubble make your waistline roll. Yes, girl, Pitney make your waistline roll. She put one hand in the ear like a TV pole. Chest on her belly and her waistline a roll. Watch her like a ball get out of control. Move up me foot like a landscape goal. Me leave over England cause England too cold. The way the place cold it won't freeze up me mole. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la.
Y'all them a bubble, watch it, y'all them a wine. Them a type of wine and a rock combine. Watch it, y'all them a bubble, watch it, y'all them a wine. Them a type of wine and they move your waistline. A girl man a run it down, take him. You know business man, Throwback Thursday. Watch this, no man. Yeah, yeah, me. A girl man a run you down, girl, and don't feel your fault. Take him, girl, you no business. A girl man a run you down, girl, and don't feel your fault. Take him.
Don't try to diss me, girl. You're not the only one in this world. I have my rights to pick and choose. Don't believe I have nothing to lose. You are the woman, I am the man. But you fail to understand that I'm not like the other guy you met. You break their heart and leave them to fret. I will do things you don't expect if you try to disrespect.
Gun? Yeah, on Bowie. You have more tea more yesterday. It seems like you're hungry. Stay sir. Alright.
It's Throwback Thursday.
Guy, put the vibe right between the hype. You should never test my gun. I say you should've tried with a nick. Not Polly Wall, I give the dog your bone. Your caucus in the yes is going to the funeral. Me yalla. Send another one come. Whoa. Send another one come. Yeah.
We giving you the best throwback.
I love it.
On 106.9.
Baby, don't you know I'm in love with you? If you don't believe I do, what hardly left for me to do? You could have been waiting for you to come right in. And now that we are together, please make all my joys come over.
the last time you heard styles like these?
Are you ready for
Party done.
Throwback Thursday. We giving you the best throwbacks, the anthems, and dance hall greats.
Wine to me, baby. Rock out. You like dance so good. Cheer up your body, jiggle the back, your body, tip a party, bubble fatty, dirty pants.
Throwback Thursday.
When the talk about evolution.
Boom 1069.
The number one morning show in the SVG.
morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Give me one of them type of hands, man. Yeah. Scab. Girls rate me the best in the West when it comes to cocongs like no other can taste. The herbs and the spice me select left and Jonathan Brennan dripping in cold sweat. Shana Kongs does fool me, Lakeisha Kongs control me. Lana hypnotize me, all in my sleep me want it. This girl approach me from Tonga with she basket full up of fresh kongs. She want me crack it open, but the size of the kongs me not too certain. So me take out me 9-inch hammer, rest the kongs pan the counter, start to apply the pressure. She want me go hard, so me knock it with the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer. Still the kongs when you break, still the kongs when you break, lad. Like me beat it with the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer. The kongs when you break. Upside down and still no crack. The kongs are really faze me. The kongs are try frustrate me. The kongs are got me weary. Yeah, let me back me feel it. This girl approached me from Tonga with she basket full up of fresh kongs. She want me crack it open, but the size of the kongs me not too certain. So me pull out me 9-inch hammer, rest the kongs pan the counter, start to apply the pressure. She want me go hard, so me knock it with the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer. Still the kongs when you break, still the kongs when you break, lad. Like we beat it with the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer. The kongs when you break, the kongs when you break, lad. Like we hit it with the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer, the hammer. Still the kongs when you break, the kongs when you break, lad. Kissing my lips the way you do just gives me shivers. It's a joy to know that you'll be my forever. The touch of your touch means so much. This is not a crush. I feel loved, I'm in love, girl, with you. There's so much things I wanna do to you, baby. Turn the lights down low, get ready to go. I'm gonna let you know there's no letting go of this sweet romance. It's gonna be push up on it, then turn it, jump on it till right, baby. Heart racing, pulsating, we'll be burning. Turn the lights down low, get ready to go. I'm gonna let you know.
Every time you're next to me, you don't know back the way you feel. Try to send over, you keep thinking it's so hard for me. You keep on touching, keep on kissing and harassing me. You're pretending you don't know what to do when you touch me. Tease me, tempt me, caress me. I'm losing control and I can't contain myself. I'm losing control and I can't contain myself. When you touch me, tease me, tempt me, caress me,
Speed, I'm getting shot of breath, man, I just can't breathe. Days I rise up, hear them tell them. And that's why you want the whole system back up, mash up.
I'm trying to keep me on the down low so your man won't know. If you don't wanna do that, you keep coming back for more.
like the new kitten line. She like the teasing and the freaking. She wanna hug and kiss me all night. She like the playing and the breaking. Want me right and looking tonight.
Mary, good morning to you, darling. Ziggy da, ziggy ding ding.
Well, maybe I'm hooked. I am looking whoop. Something in the wine. I see the way she cook. Whatever it is, that's all it is.
Hey, George, hey, George, hey, George. George Valentine. Buenos dias, buddy.
Excuse me for staring. It's so interesting the way that you move. Hey girl, you set me on fire, arouse my desire, put me in the mood. Girl, I think that you're so fine. I'm waiting in the line, just to get the wine. Rising, I'm feeling so good. Hey girl, I'm hot for your body, 'cause not everybody got a body like you. Girl, you're fine. I want to make you mine. I'm waiting in the line, just to get the wine. Girl, where you get that booty? Turn round and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Shake, 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 shake. Turn round and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Shake, shake, shake. Girl, shake and wine. You're a superstar, so shine. All eyes on your behind. I want to see you shake it, wine. You're a superstar, so shine. All eyes on your behind. I want to see you shake it. I think that you're so fine. Been waiting for some time, just to get the wine. Girl, where you get that booty? Turn round and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Shake, 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 shake. Turn round and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Shake, 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 shake. Girl, that outfit you're wearing got every man wishing they could dance with you. Hey girl, come close to my body. Let's take over this party and do something rude. Girl, I think that you're so fine. Been waiting for some time, just to get the wine. Girl, where you get that booty? Turn round and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Turn it around and shake it for me. Shake, shake, shake.
Hey ladies, say we ready for you get crazy. The way you move your body in the sex, it's amazing. Dancing all night to the drum and the bass. It's time for be able to get naughty.
I was feeling crazy till I saw this lady. Picture perfect, so fine. Wonder if she could read my mind.
Read my mind, girl.
Girl, bring your body closer, closer to me. Only you can light this fire inside of me. And baby, I can't wait no longer.
It's Throwback Thursday.
That's what we do on a Throwback Thursday. We go way back for you. Well, not way back, but back enough. Good morning to you. We're inside the Power Hour. If you know if we touch that and that one ain't walk to it. Oh, large boy. What the nature of my life, I tell you. Good morning to you as we do inside the 7 o'clock power hour. How are you doing this morning? Let me say some good mornings. Highly flavored, good morning to you. Highly flavored, good morning to you. Highly flavored child, good morning to you. That's a nice name, highly flavored child. You don't get any better than that. Good morning to you. Like I said before, George, good morning to you. Wada Mason, good morning to you. Wada Mason. But good morning to you, buddy. How you doing? Yes, so the thing set up, buddy. Yeah, Dwight Phillips, good morning to you. Yes, good morning to you. Bernadette, as per usual, good morning to you, honey. How you doing this morning, Bernadette? Bernadette, girl, coffee, I need some of that thing there, boy. Yeah, Glenda McIntosh, good morning to you. Sancha, all the way in Guyana, good morning to you. Preston Johnson, good morning to you. Preston, how you doing? Yes, good morning to you. Yeah, buddy. Morning. Alicia John, good morning to you. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Good morning to you, folks. Good morning to all of you on the Facebook Live. Good morning to you. And those of you on our WhatsApp. Good morning to you. Yeah. Hey, listen, we got a special. Let's just leave it until it's a surprise. Okay, let's hold it back there, right? Let me remind you that Flow is telling you the Flow Back to School extravaganza continues. Every day, one lucky customer will have a chance to win a free laptop. You got that right. A free damn laptop at Flow every day. All you got to do is zero your balance for a chance to win this back to school with them at Flow. Remember, if you like to win some cash just in time for back to school, $200 is up for grabs and it can all be yours. Sign in for internet and get a chance to win. Flow, your one-stop shop for all things back to school is at Flow. Remember, Culture Bar and Grill. Hey, listen, calling all food lovers, Hotel Alexandrina Culture Bar and Grill in Prospect is your place to be. Yep, your ultimate dining destination from 3 p.m. Monday to Saturday. So from 3 p.m. today, this afternoon, indulge in the most amazing menus offering an extensive selection of wines, liqueurs, cocktails, mocktails, shots, and mouth-watering dishes and more. Visit them today for the perfect blend of flavor and vibrant atmosphere. Flow, hold on. Let me do something and come right back. Don't move. It's that kind of Thursday. It's back in our Thursday. Hold on, don't move. So those of you on the live, okay, that's right there. Those of you right there. Oh, you didn't know it was this kind of thing, eh? I can't get away from that this morning. All right, hold on. We're gonna figure it out. Let's take a quick break and come right back, all right? The Cutler should be with us anytime soon as well, too. So hang on. Let's take a quick break. We come right back. This is OMG Throwback Thursday as we do. This is my favorite time of the week, all right? Let's do this and come right back.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metro Saint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrocin General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon, this is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrocin General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrocin General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover New Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrocin General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrocin General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
289-2007-649.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner mouth. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Unks always save apple roll cereal?
Yes, $19.95. Best choice mac and cheese, $4.95. Even 64 ounce Mark's apple juice is $21.90.
Details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColourView camera is also covered with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColourView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
This Labor Day weekend is about to be lit! We outside, and everyone is headed to Woodsy for the Labor Day weekend bash. Turn up, turn up, turn up. From Friday the 1st of September to Monday the 4th, Labor Day. 4 days of non-stop bashment inside Woodsy Bar and Restaurant. 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
I'm not coming to work today.
So get ready. Coming to keep the party live. Coming to raise the roof inside Woodsy. DJ Q, The Fugitive. Alongside DJ Akin International, Easy Sound, Super Eyes, DJ Nip, DJ Instinct, and DJ Gary Genius. Admission $10 before midnight. Yes, it's going down at Woodsy Bar and Restaurant. The Labor Day Weekend Bash.
Too much of these stars, they can't stop you. Do what you want.
We giving you the best throwback.
I love it.
On 106.9.
It's a dancehall thing.
Sim Simma. Sherry Sim Simma. Good morning to my buddy Anthony Denny this morning, buddy. Good morning. Shady.
The more girl we have, the better. The more girl we have, the better. The happier we shall be. 'Cause your girl is my girl, but my girl, I'm a your girl. The more girl we have, the better.
Hold on. I cannot deny. What did he say? I can't deny or confirm anything. All I'm doing is that I'm shouting out my buddy, Eddie. This morning, we have habits. We are men. We do these things. I mean, come on. I already know my life already. Come on. What's going on with you? Huh? Eddie? How you doing, my buddy? Good morning to you. Now, I was in your position once, right? Deny. Until that horrible creature, the cutlass, came and had given me bad advice. But it is what it is, buddy. We have habits. We are men. We have habits. And good morning to all the men on the radio who have been caught by their wife. Good morning to you. Now, I'm not saying I'm speaking specifically to anybody like Eddie or Anthony or anything like that. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying good morning to you. Like me and Shady and Kyle. Kyle, you ever get catch? Kyle, don't look outside. I'm speaking to you. Have you ever been caught? There's a young lady in the studio. Maybe we should ask her. Good morning to you. Come across to that microphone there. Shady, put on the mic for me, please. Let's see what she say. Good morning. We can't see her. She will not be seen on television yet. We keep it to her to ourselves. To the way she look to herself. Give me some good mornings there from her, Shady. Shady, I'm not here. Oh, it's going through the channel. Yes, go ahead. No, Shady. Shady, no, you don't want. Shady, why are you doing that? We're not hearing anything from her. Why are you doing that? I'm not getting anything there, buddy. You hearing? Oh, when I'm not hearing, let's try all the channels there. Listen. Good morning. I'm still not getting anything there, Shady. Shady, rig the damn thing. The DJ channel? DJ channel is right up there, buddy. DJ channel is right up there. Good morning, everyone. Maybe I am. Oh, here's the horrible cutlass. This is the one you said you know, and he was the terrible one, right? She said that you are the terrible one.
Excuse me.
That's what she said. That's what you can't. Don't mention what's on her shirt, okay?
Let's start.
Okay, cool. She said that she know that you are the horrible one.
This man has no manners. My name is Stephen. What's your name?
No. Can you say your name as yet? Yes, you can. Go ahead, say your name.
What's your first name only? That's all. My first name is Angelique.
Angelique. Isn't that a beautiful
name? The famous
name?
Angelique that... Oh, I know Angelique.
You know Angelique?
I know Angelique.
Oh, you know a Angelique?
I know Angelique.
You know Angelique?
I know Angelique.
You don't know this Angelique?
I don't think this is... this must be the same one. It's the same one? You don't think so? Oh,
Shelly, what's going on over there?
All right, cool.
What are you doing over there?
Via emails, I mean, and stuff. The same one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
The same one.
This is the Angelique.
What is wrong with you? You get so excited when you see a pretty girl.
Of course I am. Why won't I?
Is that?
Why won't I?
Why is that?
She said that she know that you are the horrible one.
Angelique, how are you? Why are you here to associate with people like him? This will wreck your reputation.
Angelique,
you know that?
did you not say that you know that he's a horrible one, and you don't see me as being the bad?
Specifically, I said I could see it from him.
Thank you.
Angelique, you off to a good start this morning, Angelique.
What? How much did you pay her?
You were off to a good start this morning,
Angelique, are you married?
I'm not. No.
You're not. Would you like to get married?
Careful how you answer these questions, Angelique. Next thing you can ask if you're in a relationship. Oh, we get in now. Yeah.
So you're not sure yet?
No, I'm not sure yet.
You want me to answer? Angelique,
are you in a relationship?
That's where you're gonna go.
That's a specific question. I am in a relationship.
Excellent. And are you happy?
Happy, yes.
So you understand what the real question that comes, right? Are you married or are you happy? So you are happy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
So you don't know if your man button you?
No, I don't. You never know.
You never know.
You never know, actually.
Does Bing know him?
You can't swear for anyone I know.
Does Bing know him?
I'm sorry?
Does Bing know him? Bing, you know him?
I don't.
You don't know the gentleman?
Hopefully not.
Angelique, are you sure you're happy in your relationship?
Of course I am.
Big would like to make you unhappy.
When was the last time you checked to make sure that you're happy? How do you know that you're happy?
This morning.
You have that feeling.
You have a feeling, a gut feeling. Now, you see, I heard, right?
Are you happy, Bing, in your relationship?
My relationship.
Ships. Sorry, are you happy in them?
Shady was giving me a story
Yes.
about a man on the radio, right? Who's wife? Is it wife or woman, Shady? Which don't belong
hold
to
on.
her.
The wife came home and met
met
clothes that
clothes.
don't belong to either wife or husband. That's interesting.
That's a very interesting
Was
one.
it female clothes or male clothes? Female clothes. That's
Angie, can you
interesting.
see yourself in a situation like that? What would you do? What would you do?
Kindly exit.
From your house? Do you will leave your house?
You won't kick him out of your house instead?
No, you can't make decisions in heat. In heat.
Oh,
Yeah, man,
I,
give
oh,
him
I
a
see.
damn
Okay,
butt.
okay.
That's
So you
what you
wouldn't
do.
get rid of him if he bought you?
Yes, I
So
will.
You
but
would?
why-
Oh,
just a little bit
It depends on the kind of boat, though.
Really? Explain the different kinds.
Oh, we didn't know there are different types of boats.
Tell us the different kinds of boats.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, like
you know?
what? Give us an excusable boat.
Anyway, by those of you who
Hold
are
on.
asking, well, there are people who are asking to see Angelique Fit. There's a reason why we're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
showing
yeah.
her as
Why
yet.
you're
You
not
see,
showing her?
yeah, because she has on branding
Oh,
that
I
we
see,
can't
okay.
as yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there's a
You
reason.
just have to zoom in a little.
You want to zoom in on her face?
Yes.
Kyle, make sure you get her face
Only
only.
the
Go ahead,
face.
go near her face. Go ahead. Look at the
Only the
beautiful
face.
Angie.
So
Come
people at least
in.
can
Come
see
in,
what she
Kyle.
looks
Come in,
like.
come in, Kyle. Come in, Kyle. Come in, Kyle.
Yes.
Don't. Come,
What you
Kyle.
need
Come,
is some
Kyle.
tape that you
Yeah,
when,
yeah.
when you go to swimming competitions,
Yeah, you
right?
tape a
You only
piece
know
there.
certain brands.
Oh, yeah,
So what
yeah,
they do,
yeah.
they put tape all over your brands.
Come, Shady, switch to her, switch to her.
Yeah,
Oh,
did you-
isn't
did
she
you see her?
beautiful?
Did you see her?
Isn't she beautiful? We're looking at her.
But we
We're
need to
looking at
talk
her.
about.
Come around, come and see colors. Come and see colors. Isn't she beautiful? That's a good picture of you, Andy. Are you seeing yourself?
Yeah, that's safe there, right? So
I
tell us.
am, yes, I am.
Tell us about the kind of boat that. And by the way,
That is
listeners, Bing did decide he did not want to go any serious politicking today.
I didn't
So
do
he
that.
decided
I
he
didn't
wanted
do
to talk about more social things today.
that.
And as you know,
Today's
Boom
your
are
day.
a family station.
Oh, we keep families together.
Try to keep families together.
together,
That's what we're about here, okay? So tell me about an acceptable boat. What would your what?
Messaging.
Text messages is fine.
What do you mean text messaging?
Okay,
Like
so flirting.
Floating is that's
floating
not
is
a boat.
acceptable. Yes, floating is
Floating
acceptable.
is not a boat.
It is,
No,
yeah.
it's not.
It can come in many ways. Actually.
Really? And you think flirting is one of them?
There's something called is it texting or sexing or something like that? What is
Sexting.
that?
One in
Sexting.
the- it's
Sexting.
One and the same.
What does
One
that
and the
mean?
same.
What does that mean?
You're
Just-
texting about that topic, so it's one and the
Shelly,
same.
turn up our microphone. Give me some more volume on
Yeah,
our
you're,
microphone.
you're,
Okay,
you're
yeah.
talking about sex really things. You're texting about sexual matters.
Okay, so if
the thing,
he's-
kind of thing
if-
you do all the
If
time
he's texting about sex, would you accept that?
with another woman
With
or
another
a man.
woman.
Once it doesn't materialize.
Once he doesn't actually do the act.
How would you
It's
know?
kissing.
Yeah.
If he kisses another woman, is that
would you accept that?
is that acceptable?
No, I don't think that's acceptable.
It's not
Because I'm a
acceptable.
very scornful person.
How about if he was
Or if
cuddling?
he touches them, puts his
Cuddling,
hand around
cuddling,
them. Yeah,
cuddling.
cuddling.
We like to cuddle in here. We
Yeah,
like to
spoon.
cuddle.
Yeah, well, everybody knows what cuddling leads to, no?
What does this cuddling lead to?
I
Let's try to
I've
cuddle me
cuddled-
one.
I've cuddled with-
We
Bing cuddles with
we
me and
cuddle.
nothing happens.
Yeah, we cuddle all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
We
yeah.
cuddle all.
Have
Shady
that
too.
brotherly
Shady
love.
Shady joins us sometimes
yeah,
to
we
cuddle.
cuddle.
Right,
Yeah,
that's you, Shady?
Yeah.
You cuddle with two other men?
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with
Okay,
that?
okay,
Would you
okay.
cuddle? Would you cuddle with a woman?
Of course I will.
It's acceptable for two
So
women
you
to
could cuddle, but,
It
but
is
your man can't
acceptable
cuddle
to-
with a woman. What's the
No.
difference? Why the difference here? I
For
find you being a
personal-
hypocrite.
I probably am.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably am. That's my preference.
What a time! What a
Okay.
time! What a time! What a
That
time!
seems like a very so no physical touching.
No.
So he
What about
can't
a kiss on
touch
the
no other
cheek?
woman.
If you hug, it have be like a side hug. where your
Pat on the
body-
back, pat on the back, like a
and
church
your
hug,
body
church hug.
completely
So hold on
surrounded
now.
from
Church
her.
hug. Let's call it.
So you're in a
church
fet.
hug.
I
That's
presume you
church
go to
hug.
fets and stuff, right?
I do,
Parties.
yes,
Right,
I
good.
do.
You're in a fet. And normally, where's your man in relation to you, usually?
Well,
It's a good question, Lady Carlos.
right in the vicinity.
In the
Right in
vicinity,
the vicinity.
like in eye
In
shot.
eyesight.
In eye shot. You have to be seeing him.
Is he within
Yeah.
touching range?
Not all the time, no.
Do you
could go
dance
get
with this
a drink
man?
or get something
No,
to
okay.
eat.
Is he allowed to dance with another woman?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
Like
good.
what
So-
kind of
but
like
that's
that?
how we're getting
Like
to
that?
Bing.
No, but we're in a fete and this is the Caribbean.
Exactly,
You
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
allowed, but once that is the
Can he
setting-
grind up on her backside?
Yeah. When
Let's
I dance
get to
with
the
another
point.
woman, I get horny. I mean, what if he gets horny dancing
Well,
with
I
another
have
woman?
never witnessed that, so I can't.
You don't know.
speak to
You
the
do
situation.
not
I
know.
don't know.
You
I
don't know. You
That's,
don't
that-
know.
That's precisely it.
You don't no.
But I'm not against him having a dance on
With another woman, right.
once we're in a fit. That's a fit.
Thank you, Shady. Was that different than hugging?
It's a
Thank you.
time and place for everything. You're in a fete, you're in the Caribbean, that is acceptable.
So
You're
if he-
outside on a regular day, why you embracing another woman?
So if at the
Why-
end,
why- no,
so
no,
if
no,
at the
no,
end
no.
of the fete he
Can you have
has,
a friendly
if at the
hug?
end of the fete he has a physical relationship with this woman, that's normal too in the Caribbean. Is that okay?
Nah, that's not okay.
But
One fit,
Bot
done that,
wants
done.
to know how about if he eats but don't swallow? I don't know what that means.
What the hell does that mean?
But it's a
Bot is
horrible
sick man.
sick
We have a lot of this radio station attracts the worst people in the world to listen to us. People like Bert, sick
I don't know
people.
what does that mean. What does that
You know?
mean? What does my eating those?
But we attracted. You realize we attract a lot of these reprobates.
Horrible.
Yeah, you know what to say, right? About
Who
you know?
attract? You're known by the company you keep.
We are known by the company we keep. So we are the ones that are problem here. We are attracting these kinds of reprobates.
What are the issues generally in life? What gets you up in the morning, Angelique? When you get up in the morning,
When
what?
I get up in the morning, right? First thing I thinking, boy, I have to work. Because at the end of the day, I have to put food on the table. You
Right.
need to sustain yourself.
Okay.
At the end of the day, sometimes too, you have to make sure that you always
Are you
walk
carrying
towards-
this man? Are you a sugar mommy?
I'm sorry?
Are you a sugar mommy?
Are you mining the man?
I'm
Yeah.
not, but I'm not against buying stuff for men either.
Is he mining you?
Mining,
Yes, taking care of you, all your needs.
of course. I would put
Yeah.
it like that.
Financial needs, we mean.
Yeah, financial needs.
Yeah, I would put it like that.
He does.
So you're a modern woman. You think that you should take care
I
of you.
think it should be reciprocated in a relationship. You buy stuff for him, he buys stuff for you. You shouldn't. The traditional way is the man is the provider, the woman stay at home, take care of the children, clean, cook, and all of that, which I'm not against.
Yeah.
But my preference is it should be 50-50.
Mhm.
It wouldn't always be 50-50, it would be 80-20 sometimes, 60-40 sometimes. But it should be reciprocated in a
I think we
relationship.
onto something here,
That's my
fellas.
stance.
Well,
That's my
you know,
stance.
I think that. I think that's
This may be interesting.
that's magnanimous of you. I mean, but I know, there are other men among us, like Shady, for example, who prefers their woman to look after them.
Yes. Yeah. Me too.
And
me
Bing
too.
too.
And me.
Yeah.
And
In
me.
2023.
And me. And me. And me. And me. And me.
It's only stupid ones like me who are old fashioned still now.
And me. And me. And me. And me. I like
2023, don't
and
be
me,
stupid.
and me.
Yeah.
And me. And me. And me. And me. What's wrong with that? Is there a problem wrong with that? This is modern day. Should you pull along the music some more? Pull along your music some more, please.
So what's the
And
role?
I could care about Mike.
So what is the role? And you know,
Pull along
what-
some more. Pull along the music some more.
in your opinion, have things changed in the way relationships are? Your parents are together?
No.
They're not. Okay. You have friends who you know, or older people who you know who are married and been married for 30 years and so on, or you don't know them?
I do.
Okay. What do you think has changed in the nature of the relationship between older people and your generation now?
And the values change.
Should you can't hear? We need to hear some more.
Tell us a little.
So, before, men used to
Pull
take
on the-
pride in going out and
Yes.
working, bringing home.
Right. Looking after their woman.
Yeah.
No.
Men these days is not like that.
No.
They're asking you what you bring to the table. They want to know all these. They have all these questions and they're a bit more sassy.
I am looking at the
Why
wrong
can't we
woman.
find-
What's going
why
on
can't
here?
we find
They're a
these
bit more
What's going on
sassy.
here?
Can't we find these
They're a
women?
bit more sassy. So
Really?
I wouldn't say majority, but some men these days, they're very feminine. They're more feminine.
Feminine?
Yeah.
What do you
Wearing
mean?
earring-
Okay,
wearing
they're more
earrings
in
and
touch
no
with
rings
the
and make-
feminine side,
They're
and
more
even
in
their
touch.
What does
attire
that mean?
sometimes.
In touch with their feminine side.
Like wearing
So
earrings
for
and makeup
me,
and stuff,
A
right?
man
Uh.
he needs to have a balance in both his emotions. So feminine.
I'm
and
a very
masculine.
emotional
You need to know
person.
when to
What is
be
that? What do you
emotional,
say?
and
Yeah.
then you need to know when to be.
I am a
man.
Right. Yeah, because you need a man in your life. Yeah, yeah.
Angelique, I'm a very emotional person. What are you saying? What would you say about me? Would you be in a relationship?
Can't be in a relationship with a very emotional man.
Why not?
Because
What's wrong with
I'm a
that?
woman and I'm very emotional.
Thank
so
you very
when
much.
I'm being
emotional at
emotional,
all
you're
time.
going to be emotional while I'm emotional. I
Thank you.
can't lean
That's
on you.
stupidness. I agree. But you have to know what you want, what you don't want in life.
Yeah.
Would you leave your man because he cheats on you?
Me, probably, yeah.
Probably. You're not
Why?
sure.
Not sure. I've never been in that situation.
You don't know.
So I don't know.
So
what
you
I
don't
would
know.
do,
So you don't.
what I
So
would
you
do.
don't know.
You'll
if
take
you've
it. You'll
been-
take it. Like
You
most
say-
women in St. Vincent,
Yeah.
you'll take it.
So
and
you
make
don't
it
know you've
You know
been
what you
in
will
that
say?
situation.
Oh, all men cheat
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm going to stay with him.
It's
No,
better.
all men
It's
don't
better I
cheat.
stay with the
man
crap
you
I
choose
have.
cheats, and then you have to
Better we stay with the crap I had than the crap I
Yeah,
don't.
that's what the
know.
excuse the women always make, you know?
Yeah. So
That's
you.
what that's what men expect.
No. That's what. When I moved from Canada and came back
But you
here.
know what I find really brave?
Yes.
Men would cheat on the woman they eat from, sleep next to.
Yeah.
That's very brave.
Why? You think that's brave?
You eating from my hands?
And therefore?
Like you cheating on me?
And therefore?
But you said
trust
you
him?
want a man to go out
You
and gather.
real trusting.
you said you want a man to go out
No,
and gather.
that is a man's duty.
To go out and gather.
Just like how it's a
Excuse me.
woman's duty.
What you are doing here is giving your man a serious warning. Is he listening to that? Boy,
I
you
saw when
better
he
be
dropped you off.
very careful.
I saw
You
when
hear
he
about
dropped you
that,
off
buddy?
downstairs.
Watch what you eating.
In a white car. In a white
Watch
car.
what you
In a
drinking
white
and
car.
who you're sleeping with.
It's like a white car,
I
right?
wouldn't put
It's a
a woman
white
like
car.
I'm not confirming or denying.
I wouldn't put a woman like this, buddy.
She got a big red in her. You know what she said? Got a bit of big red
Big
in
red,
her.
yeah.
I'm
You
not
have to see
confirming
me
or
in person.
denying. I'm not
If you ain't
confirming.
catch me, I ain't do it.
When he says big red, do you know who he's referring to?
Who do you think is big red?
I'm not sure. I've never heard
That phrase
Yo,
before.
big red. You're not confirming or denying.
Denying what?
But that's what she just said. I'm not confirming or denying.
What? If she'll poison the man?
Yeah.
Or cut
Yeah.
off certain parts of his
Yeah.
anatomy?
The
car.
The
Oh,
car.
don't worry
Oh, you
about the
take
car.
with
Why
the
you worry
car?
about
You
the
take with the
car
car?
Whose car is it?
Who bought the car?
Yeah, getting personal now. I not confirming or denying any information. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's switch it up. Let's hear about what she think about what's locally. What does she think about what's happening? Yeah. Do you vote?
Me? No,
Yeah.
I don't.
You've never voted?
No.
How old are you?
What year you born?
I'm
If you don't-
61 years old.
If it- she don't
Big
know
is
what
I
54
born in
years
the
old.
90s.
You're a 19th
The
baby.
1990s.
Yeah, okay.
So she's
you've
approaching.
never voted?
No.
Is there a reason why?
Let's call it 26 or 27.
Let's just say I've never experienced another apart from what we have now.
Correct.
So what does that mean?
You
What-
want to stick with it. You'll never
No,
change. Oh.
It means I do not know
Okay.
what is on the other side.
Would you like
So
to?
therefore you will stay with what you have.
So no. Therefore, I would stay neutral.
Doesn't
You can't
make
be
sense.
neutral.
That
You
doesn't make
have to
sense.
pick a side.
Doesn't
It
make
means
sense.
I do not want to go and make a decision based off of hearsay or because
So
of
what would
I
what would
already know.
persuade you to vote for one side or the other?
I have to see change.
You have to.
But
see
how you
change.
get?
How are you going to see change when
if
you're
you're
sitting
not
in
voting and you
opposition?
ain't voting?
No, how are you
Wait,
going to see change when you're first of all when you're in opposition?
I believe that you're supposed to be active in your community.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my reason for why I say I need to
What
see
area do you
change.
live? Which constituency do you
I
live?
live in Annisville.
Who's your
Okay, so
favorite politician?
Western
Huh?
Georgia.
I don't talk about politics.
That's a good.
You don't
answer.
talk about politics. Do you go to church?
I don't know.
You don't know if you go to church?
I don't.
You don't go to
No.
church? Or you don't go to church?
I don't
Okay.
You go to church.
Okay.
Well, there goes the politics, buddy.
Yeah, yeah,
Out
yeah.
to the politics.
Yeah.
What do you think young people think about politics and
Yes.
politicians?
You're a young person.
You're a young
I
person.
think
You have
they take
friends.
advantage of the system.
Like, for example.
I think
Okay.
choose my words wisely.
Yes.
What does that
I
mean?
can't just
Okay. We understand. No, I understand what you're saying. Should I try to elaborate and you
Go
could
ahead,
nod
go
your head
ahead,
on
go
that?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You think
Say
that,
mm-hmm or
that- no, don't say. Just nod or shake. Yeah. He wants to get you in trouble. I'm not getting you in trouble here. All right. All right. Let's say that. When you say to take advantage of the system, that implies of several things. One, like people on the Yes program who are not really working and getting money. It implies ladies who are doing certain types of favors to get resources, shall we say?
What do you mean? I don't know what that means.
Women who are getting involved with politicians and political type people.
She's ready to go. She's looking
to
at
get
her watch. She
favors
says,
on it.
I don't need to be in here right now. She's like that. Oh, okay, I don't need to be here right now. I don't need to be here right now. I don't need to be there.
Do you think there's a sense of fear in this country among youngish people?
No.
There's no fear at all.
No fairness.
So people feel
But
they could
I
free
do
to
believe
speak.
that people are entitled to what they work for.
Well, not fair. Fair meaning. You mean.
I don't think it's fair, but I do think that people are
Man
entitled
calling today. Man
to
calling
what they
today.
work
Man
for.
telling you get off. Stop. He telling you, don't answer no more questions. Don't answer no more questions. Don't answer no more
absolutely
questions.
need to go now.
No, that's he telling you.
yeah,
That's he
chef
telling you. Yeah. Okay. Will you come back and join us?
Of course I will.
Yeah. You still fearful of the cutlass?
Thank you. I'm harmless. He's the one you need to worry about.
Yeah.
Next time, next time you bring a plain T-shirt that you could put on over your
No
shirt
problem,
and take
no
it back off
problem.
after.
Had I known, earlier.
Next time.
Next time. You enjoyed it.
How did you meet Bing?
Don't answer that. Did you enjoy the little interaction? we
I
had?
did.
You
I did
enjoyed it?
actually, yeah.
You think you could handle it?
Of course.
You sure?
Yeah.
No pressure,
What
no
do you
stress.
think?
It's easy.
What do you think, Carlos?
We'll find out. I'm not here next week. Maybe
Oh,
she'll come and visit you next week.
Maybe
when
you
I'm
should
not
come and
around.
keep my
you
company next week. You think you can handle that? Yeah, man.
Just be careful, huh?
When
you leave the studio,
just throw me in the fire.
when you leave the studio, you know what you do?
What?
Walk down the stairs. Do not walk towards the back. You go straight down the stairs and make sure the white car is waiting to pick you up.
Right there.
This man ain't easy.
Right.
Huh?
Are you worried about crime in the country? Are you concerned about our crime?
What's your biggest concern in the country?
Yeah.
What's your biggest worry?
What are you fearful most
okay,
about it in the
so
country?
accident, reckless driving.
Reckless driving, right.
So I walk on afternoons.
Right.
I
Me
go
too.
walking, jogging sometimes.
Okay, cool.
So
You
at
jog.
one point, there was a lot of vehicular accidents in Annisvale where
Right.
people would run onto the sidewalk. and
Vans,
all of
vans,
that.
vans.
Not just vans, private vehicles.
Private
too.
vehicles.
Driving crazy, yes.
Right.
Mhm.
So when that started, eventually I had to stop.
Yeah, it's
Because
dangerous.
then
Yeah.
I could just be innocently walking on the sidewalk and just get run over just like that.
Okay. You do what I do. What you do,
Like that.
find the side roads and go through the back. Like I walk through Brighton and run.
Are you
back and so
worried?
on, 'cause-
Are you worried about crime in the country? General crime in the country?
Because I mean, everybody is trying to put food on the table. That leads people to resort to illicit
Oh, so you
means.
think crime is driven by poverty?
What about the economy? Are you comfortable? Are you thinking that in 10 or 15 years' time there's going to be opportunities for you, given what's happening in the country? Yes, on what
Given
you
the status now, no.
Yeah, you think that we're heading in the right direction economically?
Who do you think will win the next election?
Not who you
I
want
don't
to.
know.
Not
No,
who
no,
you
who
want
you
to.
want to? Who do
Who
you
you think
think?
will?
Your
Who I
friends who
Yeah,
you
given
hear,
who-
young
given the
people.
talk you hear.
Not you.
Not what you want
Yeah.
or what your family want, but given what
Who do
you hear
you
your
think,
friends.
based on the way you see things going? Who do you think will win the
I
election?
think who we have now will win.
You think the European will win?
So Ralph will be
Big
back.
Red, Big Red,
will be
Big
back.
Red will be back.
Stop
yeah.
calling the man Big Red. His name is Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, or the Prime Minister to you.
Oh, you think Big Red
Or
is gonna
Mr.
become-
Dr.
yeah.
Gonsalves to you, not
What do you think? How do you think people look at Dr. Friday?
I think he's a very amicable man.
Yeah.
Amicable.
That's what I think.
He's a nice guy.
Nice guy. Friendly guy.
Friendly guy.
Friendly, yes.
A decent man.
Approachable.
Approachable
Absolutely,
man. That's what you're looking for. But you don't think that people think that he's prime ministerial material?
I've never heard anybody talk about him like that.
As prime ministerial material.
I've never.
You no,
Yeah,
we're
you
not
haven't-
no, we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying you.
You want, you
not
want,
you,
but
not
what
you.
you hear among your
Okay,
friends and
okay,
so on.
Okay, okay.
We don't necessarily talk politics.
But you must
walking
generally.
along
Yeah,
the
generally.
road
What do you all talk? What do you all
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about?
What young people talk about?
What do young people discuss?
We talk about making money.
Making money.
We
So you
talk
can
about
so let me see why.
networking.
Let me see if you guys have this all. Let me see if I understand this. You don't talk politics. You have no interest in politics, basically, right? But you're concerned about your economy and the future and your financial future.
No, we look
You don't see that
for
there's a link
ways
there.
to make our lives
You gotta go.
better.
You gotta go.
I gotta
You gotta go.
Yes, you
We
gotta
forgot Council. We almost forgot Council. We got
You
caught up in
you get
Angelique.
distracted.
Angelique,
Not
why
me,
not? I
you.
prefer to look at Angelique than look at Council. Have you seen Council lately?
Well, I believe Jomo feels the same way about you, buddy. He'd
Have
prefer
you
to
seen
see Angelique too than you.
Council looking very unhappy.
Bring Jomo on. Angelique, it was nice to meet you, darling.
You
Take it
wanna
easy.
you wanna see who Council is before you go? You know Council.
You know
Jomo Thomas. You
Jomo.
know Jomo Thomas?
Oh yes, I do.
Of course you know Jomo
Thomas.
Thomas. Jomo is the one who didn't grant the motion of no confidence. Remember him?
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
That's ancient history to these young people. They don't care about it.
But thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Angelique,
yeah.
good to see you.
Nice
We'll
to
chat,
meet you.
yes.
Nice to meet you. Nice
Good
to
to meet you too, darling. Okay,
Keep
bring up Jomo.
being beautiful, okay, Angelique?
Thank you, I will.
All right, let's go.
Bring up
Let's go.
Jomo. Bring up Jomo.
It's now time for Plain Talk with our good counselor in the house. Let's do this. Here we go, Shady. Bring him in.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG. Plain Talk. Plain Talk with Jomo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now.
On OMG.
You know, as a lawyer now too. Can't make good money, you know, buddy.
Morning, Council. How you doing this morning, Council?
I could see why you all forgot me.
You heard what he said. He said he preferred to look at her than look at you.
Without a doubt.
Jomo, I would feel very upset if you didn't feel that way. I'd be very nervous, buddy.
This is this is why I came in by saying I can see why you all forgot me.
He said this is why he's saying. That's why he came in by saying he see why we would forget him.
I wasn't forgetting you, Jomo. Okay, let me be clear here. You know how Bing is when he sees a woman.
Horrible.
You know how Bing is. He gets distracted, upset. You know, his whole brain freezes. You know,
Every time the young lady said I got to go, he asked another question.
Council, let me answer something. There's something going wrong. There's something going wrong right now about a man being caught. We all been through this thing already. We get
a man did what?
Some man on the radio get caught on the ULP radio station.
Caught with what?
Woman walking. Well, Shelly, what did you say? What did you say? I pull the microphone. What did you say? What happened? No, you got a different thing.
Oh,
over
okay.
there now. Yeah.
It sounds as though you're gonna ask me something that's way above my pay grade.
No. Shelly, what happened? What happened? What happened? That's an easy one to get out of, man. My wife came back home all in the next.
But what kind of man allows a woman to come in his house and leave clothes when you have a wife? That's ridiculous.
Who does that? Who takes
you?
home a
You do
woman?
that kind of stupidness. That's the kind of thing we expect from you. Jomo would never do that.
Never.
Right, Jomo?
Never.
The woman must come and leave and take what she brought with her.
In here, we don't lie and we don't cheat. Council, good morning to you. Are you ready to go?
I've been ready long time.
Let's go, Council. Let's go.
I want to talk about a piece of legislation that's working its way through the Parliament, and it's an amendment to the Citizenship Act. You all may know, well, citizens may know that the Constitution allows for first generation children who are born outside of the country.
So, Jomo, just to clarify, you're talking about children who are born outside, children, if you like, right? Just want to make sure it's clear.
Yes. Children of
second
who are
or third
born of
generation.
Vincentian parentage outside of St. Vincent.
Right.
The Constitution allows for them to become citizens of the nation.
Yes, like me.
Oh, I don't know where you were born.
Well, I was born in England.
Oh, I see.
Right? But my children, my parents were born in St. Vincent. So I'm like a first generation.
Right. So it allows that. Okay. And all you have to do is to present the requisite document that shows, let's say, your mother. It's easier when it's your mother.
Mother, yeah, who's born.
Invariably, the birth certificate would have your mother's name and your name.
Yep.
If it has your birth certificate has your mother and your father, then any of them who were born here, you can use that to acquire Vincentian citizenship. Up until I think this bill, when it passes, what you got was a passport that indicated that you were a citizen. Well, that you got a passport, a Vincentian passport. In the United States and other countries, when you get citizenship, you actually get a document that says it's a naturalization document, a citizenship ancestry document that shows that you have something beyond your passport, and sometimes you can even travel with that document, right? So we did not have that. My understanding is that once this bill passes, and I don't see why it will not pass, we would get that persons who are getting derivative citizenship as a result of the fact that they have a parent. They were born outside and they have a parent who is a Vincentian citizen. They would get that document in addition to their passport. There's another thing that's being done. Well, the act itself, the amendment to the act would allow not only for that person who was born outside to become citizen, but children of that person can also become citizens.
So, for example, Stephen Joachim's children, if my children had been born somewhere else,
precisely, yes,
they could then apply.
They too can apply. And
Joe, I think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. I mean,
I disagree with you. I don't like it.
Well, we can always bounce that around, but I think it's a good thing for a combination of reasons. We are a small country. We have a small population. We are always talking about many of the inadequacies in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we are trying to make sure that all of our people who are our people can identify with the nation. So, for example, the nation of Israel once you can establish that you are a Jew,
Yep. Religious.
you are paid,
Religious test.
you automatically get Jewish Israeli citizenship.
But
Which I
Jomo,
think
where's the cutoff then? Where's the cutoff? Should why not just extend it for the 4th, 5th, and 6th generation then? If we're going
well,
to
no, but Stephen, we could always kick the 4th, 5th, and 6th generation down the road. But for now, we're talking about the 2 steps down, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
And what's the reason for it? We have a problem with citizenship by investment, but we don't have a problem with citizenship by.
Well, no, but citizenship by investment. I gotta tell you that my own views on issues of citizenship by investment are changing. I think I was an ideologue on the position before. I no longer have an ideological position to it, and it comes from the fact that the more I study the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is the more I believe that the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines allows for British people,
right,
or for persons from the British Commonwealth,
right,
to easily become citizens, and consequently, this notion that if the British can construct our Constitution in such a way to ensure that they and their people, wherever they are in the Commonwealth, can become citizens, I don't see why we should not have citizenship by investment. There's the other thing. Imagine St. Kitts started their citizenship by investment program in 1984. If that citizenship by investment program is set up as a legacy fund, I wonder how much money St. Kitts has made as a result of that program since 1984. I saw a piece earlier in this week where a friend of mine sent me something where the Grenadian government was saying that they made $137 million in the first 6 months of this year from their citizenship by investment program. And they didn't start that program a long time ago. I think they started the program probably 6 or 7 years ago in Grenada. So the arguments that I have heard against the citizenship by investment program that it's uncontrolled, you don't have the wherewithal to police it, and all kind of nefarious active individuals may come in, and criminal elements and so on. Well, we have a form of situation where people buy their citizenship. Ames, we are told, did not come in as a direct result of citizenship by investment, but he was able to buy his citizenship by investing some money, but he turned out to be a crook. The Archibalds, they came in from England. They are said not to have bought their citizenship, but they turned out to be crooks as well. They ripped off our people and ran with millions of dollars. And we can go all the way back all to the Nanos and so on, who came in without citizenship.
We have history.
Yes, we have history. And it is clear to me that if a government can get $139 million in 6 months from citizenship by investment, that is not a bad idea in terms of where these countries are, the economic difficulties that we are facing, and you can generate that amount of money to help to do a whole host of things. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. One of the arguments I remember, I think I heard Camilo make it, and I heard Prime Minister Gonzalez make it, Finance Minister Camilo Gonzalez, and the Prime Minister make it, that if we have such small populations, and if you have citizenship by investment, it may well be that our
an even smaller population.
Right, our voting population may be swamped, but there's no evidence across the world where people who gain citizenship by investment end up voting and skewing the elections in any one way or the other. An argument which I saw developed in the Searchlight newspaper recently in an editorial, which really horrified me, and I wonder who's the person who wrote that editorial. They said, they were disappointed in the NDP making an argument for citizenship by investment, and they were particularly disappointed because the British had evidence that they do not countenance it in an independent country. We're seeing, you have a
You still
editorial
know what the British say. Yep.
of a major newspaper
Yeah.
telling us
Yeah.
what the British say. I remember one time we had a financial sector here.
Yep.
The Americans and the British destroyed it. We
No,
had a
that's
banana, a thriving banana industry. The Americans destroyed it. So if everything we do, we have to now look back to see.
What they
And
say.
remember, we have to look back to say, well, what would the British say or what would the Americans say?
Yep.
Then we have serious problems. But Stephen, I want to say something else with this citizenship bill that's working its way through the parliament. It goes back to 2015 when the opposition had made the argument that Garifuna should at a minimum be given honorary citizenship.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Prime Minister Gonzalez made a stink about it. He talked about Garifunas coming here to take our jobs and our homes and our lands. But now the government is proposing. It seems to me there's no clearer person. Well, apart from our descendants, where the bill is going, Garifunas to me should have first pride of place because they should have, like the Israelis have always argued, the right of return. And the fact that they have left or they were kicked out, they were expelled 200 years ago, is no reason to say that they are not welcomed back in St. Vincent. So those are reasons I think that should allow for, and Garifuna should be, the opposition at least should push really hard to ensure that if we are doing citizenship by investment, that that Garifunas be added to that. Remember, it is said that there are about 500,000 Garifunas in Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, and scattered across the United States. Yeah, most of them, contrary to the argument which the Prime Minister made, would not be able to leave any of those countries, including the United States, to come here. But we may, out of that 500,000, we may have 60, 70,000 who have had such an attachment to St. Vincent and the Grenadines as homeland. And they may not come here to live, but they may come here to visit frequently, which would give a fillip to our tourism sector. That if we have 10,000 Garifunas coming here every year, and 10,000 middle class Garifunas, and they can spend, that would definitely add to the national economy. So I think that's one of the ways in which we need to go. And I totally and completely support that bill. Yes.
Someone just sent a message to a chat group which Stephen and I are in, and they said that more Vincies to vote, overseas votes, NDP can't win.
But that would make no sense. I don't agree with that. If you have more overseas votes, both parties are known to have shipped in people or bring in people to vote. Why would the NDP not be able to win? Are we assuming that the vast majority of the intentions overseas
Prefer the ULP.
of the ULP? That's an assumption. That is an assumption that I don't see how we assess that scientifically. I think if we are bringing in people to vote, then those people have to show, because if we're going now second generation, they have to show that they have been in the country for six months or more.
I think people should. I think people should have to live and reside in St. Vincent to vote in St. Vincent elections. That's my.
Well, I think so too. I think
guys,
so too.
hold on. We gotta do a station ID. Let's do this quickly and come right back. Okay. Don't move. But there's a strong argument against that. If that is
no, the argument is a reactionary argument. It's not a.
Can we come back?
Let's go to the top street and come right back. Let's do the street. You ready? Let's go. Go on.
When's the last time you heard styles like
Throwback Thursday. We giving you the best throwbacks, the anthems, and dance all great. Throwback Thursday.
When the top boy evolution.
Boom 106.9.
The number one morning show in the SBG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Catch you. I don't know how I let this happen. girl next door, you know. I don't know what to do. Alright, honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Oh, you bring the woman access to your villa. Just for son of weakness, all of your clean on your pillar. You better watch your back before she turn into a killer.
It's Throwback Thursday.
You have to know how to play. If she say a night, convince her say a day. Never admit to a word where she say. And if she claim her, you tell her, baby, no way.
But she caught me on the counter. Wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa.
Shady, you're a horrible individual. Let's get back to Kongsi.
That's brilliant. That was
you're
brilliant.
a horrible
That was
individual,
brilliant.
Shady.
Who got caught? Who are you talking about? You're referring back to the original question about
Yeah.
somebody who left their clothes in the woman's house?
Shady, you're just disgusting. Shady, you all don't listen to me. He's the one who give me the bad
That's
advice.
why you're
and
saying
the
those
first-
things?
Yeah,
Come back to you, buddy. Let's go. Let's go.
Bing, this notion that if you have, well, for one thing, the Representation of the People's Act prevent against anybody just coming in 2 weeks to vote, right? If somebody is registering to vote, that person would have to be in St. Vincent and would have to live in St. Vincent for at least 6 months in order to register. It is true that the governing party controls the registration machinery, but the opposition, if they spy something on towards there, it is for them to be alert to ensure that people are not improperly registered to vote. But this almost instinctive reaction, which I think is quite reactionary, that any new addition to the voting pool would adversely impact the opposition. I don't see where the science is that justifies that. The opposition now has the majority vote in the country. The opposition has people living abroad, just like the governing party has people living abroad. If the opposition can mobilize its forces and operationalize bringing people into St. Vincent to vote who are entitled to vote legally, I don't see why they should allow the ULP to outman them in bringing people
But
in to vote.
it's a case of who has the bigger pocket, because we've known it.
But why are you assuming? Why are you assuming that the ULP would have the bigger pocket? The NDP has now.
Why you assume? Come on, Kongsi. Come on.
The
Wait,
NDP.
come back to Mass. Come back.
Do you got the impression? Do you got the impression?
Flight back to St. Vincent. To St. Vincent.
That's already a rocket ship.
Do you get the
You
impression?
see the kind of money that was spent in the last elections? The last
Did
3 or
you-
4 elections?
Did you get the impression last time that the opposition was outspent?
Yes,
Of
absolutely.
course.
Absolutely.
Why he's talking about
Yeah.
their foreign operatives now.
Oh, the
they're-
foreign
yeah,
operatives
yeah,
giving
yeah.
them all the money.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no. For the next
But do you also feel?
Yeah.
Do you know of any instant in any election Keith Mitchell is said to have outspent the
Oh, yeah, by a huge number, correct.
By
the
2 or
Grenadian
3
people
by
are doing
two
it
or
more
three-
than Grenadians.
That's going to say. Grenadians
Our
are
people,
different.
our people are more docile. and
Grenadians
more
are
accepted.
revolutionary.
Yes,
They-
they're
they-
more. Yep.
they- you know, they,
Yep.
they
I
are
agree.
more-
They're
you
more
know that
aggressive. They're
concept.
more whatever. Correct. Vincentian
No,
people.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
You don't want to know it.
You don't know that?
He doesn't want to know it in front of us.
Five
That
in a
the-
row?
In public.
Five
that-
in a row, Kongsi? You don't know
No,
that?
What else is
After
happening?
5 in a row?
No. Bing. You can't just toss information out. We have to try to drill down to see what we are talking about.
Yep.
It is true that the government has won 5 in a row.
Yep.
And it is true that the government has used the power of the incumbency, the material relating to this,
Allowed.
particularly
Allowed.
last time in the last election. I mean, what they did last time was just perverse to win the election. But even with all of that, what that election of 2020 shows to me is that even with all of that, even though the government triumphed and even added a seat by 1 vote, the government clearly showed its the governing party clearly showed its vulnerability. You can't do all that you did, end up all of the overwhelming majorities you had in constituencies, they're now narrowed down to nothing, and you literally buy a seat and win it by 1 vote. That if you're an opposition politician and you are not heartened by a situation that you saw on play in 2020, you don't know the first thing about politics.
Council, who do you think are going to be the biggest drivers in the upcoming elections? What category of people?
Who's going to be the biggest driver?
Yeah, what category of people?
Who have always been?
Who have always been
Which,
and will
which,
continue
which
to
is
be.
who? Which is who?
We know.
Well, I want to hear from Council.
Two set of people who have been voting for a long time, who have voted cycle after cycle, and the amount of the amount of young people that you're able to mobilize. So therefore, what are you assuming? Are you going to tell me now? Are you going to tell me now that the ULP has a lock on the youth vote?
A lot of young people vote. Absolutely, I would tell you
No,
that.
and if you say that, how do you explain the NDP getting the majority vote last time?
But what does a majority vote mean? You
We
vote in a particular
are talking. Listen. Let's try to do some science here, right? The assumption, and that is an assumption that has been going on for a long time. I remember when I was in the ULP in 2015, I had argued persuasively, I thought, although some people couldn't see what I was saying, that the opposition either matches or comes close to matching the ULP in terms of its attractiveness to young people. You see it in their rallies, you see it in their meetings. At the end of the day, if they have an overwhelming attractiveness to young people, how did since 2010 the elections ended 8-7?
I don't think it's over.
Part of the big problem that the NDP has, and it probably, well, it still has, because I don't see any movement there, is that it has not been able to put forward a particularly attractive slate of candidates across the board.
Because they keep throwing people away who are interested, Jomo. Good people, and we know some of these.
I'm not arguing against that point. I'm saying that is the reason why they have not been able to turn over 8-7 situation and ended up losing a seat last time by 1 vote. But that is not a commentary on the party's ability to attract voters. Look, the NDP went from 21.
I mean, enough numbers, Jomo, is the issue. It's the numbers that matter. They're not unlike most people, I go to both political sets of rallies when they have them. Right? I go all over the place because I like to see who's really in attendance.
I go to them.
And I'm telling you, Jomo, the ULP have more of the younger
By
people
far.
from what I could see when
far.
I go to these kinds of things. I can't judge any other basis.
So how does that? If that's the
young
case?
person in here, right, who were born in the 90s. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah, she said she has never voted.
Correct.
Right. And did
No.
you hear what she said in terms of not what she believed, but her peers?
Yes, I heard what she said. Look, if
you hear the reason
that
why?
young lady is 32 or 33,
She's not.
if she's 32 or 33, as she correctly said, the only thing she has heard of is the governing party.
Yep.
Consequently, if she is so detached as she claims to be, and is evident from her responses, that she don't pay attention to politics,
Right.
she does not see what is happening on the ground. So the perception is there. Gonzalez is the 800-pound gorilla. He talks about everything, and he's always in the media. One may get the perception that he's all powerful, and compounding by the fact that he has won 5 in a row. You may say, well, boy, this man can't
That's the
lose.
only thing they know. Correct.
But when we ask about leadership against Prime Minister Gonsalves and opposition leader Dr. Godwin Friday, did you hear her response?
What was her response? She said that she thought that Friday was
Nice guy.
an affable man. That
Yep,
he was.
correct. Yep. That's correct.
That's a big plus coming from a young person looking at a leader.
But we know the reality. But the point is, you like your friends, and they're very likable and lovable and whatever. But you see Ralph as a prime minister, and you don't see.
Yeah, but Ralph Gonsalves has been the prime minister for 5 terms.
Correct.
And Ralph Gonsalves is 77 now. Last August 8th. So it is clear that Ralph Gonsalves is becoming increasingly more and more in the rear view of Vincentian public. If you can't see that, you're not seeing Vincentian politics.
Let me say something here. I mean, we may laugh at and scoff up things that the ULP and Prime Minister Gonsalves are doing like giving out these monies to these students.
Who laughs or scoff at that?
Hold on. Let me finish. I say we
works.
generally. I'm not speaking individually. You, right? We may laugh at all the money that is the $500 at the community college, which I'm sure this young lady would have received one. We may laugh at the scholarships, the many scholarships that are given.
Why are you saying laugh? Laughs at that.
Just hold on now. Just hold your brakes, nobody. We may also laugh and make fun of things like the institutes, which was open recently, the political institute, which had been driven by young people. But
Seriously? The institute was driven by young people?
Young people.
But who's there? Who did we see?
You evidently didn't look at that.
But that's a point.
It's driven by the leadership of the ULP.
But the optics, who were placed there strategically to speak at that?
Optics, of course, you put young people. Why do you think?
So you put two persons.
But that's a point. Who did this? Who did these young people? Who are they saying?
So you put up two young persons to speak, and you think that is an indication of where the country is going?
Thank you, Jomo.
You guys miss it. You guys.
If you think that, man, you don't have this clue of
we're not missing it. The fact is, Ralph knows exactly what he's doing. The
point
ULP
I'm
knows
making.
it's image, it's marketing, it's about. We all know this, but the question,
targeting.
we know that, correct?
Right.
But we know that. What Jomo, I believe, is arguing is that is not necessarily translating to them getting any significant huge increases in support. That's I believe, right, Jomo? Am I right or am I wrong?
One vote
from a percentage standpoint. From a voter percentage standpoint, the parties have all been locked since about 2000.
Correct.
10. And all it shows is that the opposition has not gotten sufficiently attractive persons to turn the tide. That's all. It doesn't show any particular genius from Gonzalez. What it shows is a lack of leadership, strategy, and tactics from the opposition.
Correct. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. But they're throwing away young, attractive people who want to run for them, and they don't want them. So what did you want?
Like who?
Carry his names because there's people I know personally, and I'm not calling their names, but I can tell you. I would tell you privately some names, and you'd say, "Wow, that's the kind of people."
Well, Stephen, I don't know. You might have left the other morning when I said if the opposition was serious, the only persons who should be who should be guaranteed running in the next election is Friday, Leacock, Cummins, Fitz, and Israel. Everybody else should go. And the important thing,
I would disagree with you on that.
Well, I mean, of course you can disagree with me. But the other thing is this: that what the opposition seems not to know now is that from where the country is, just like Prime Minister Gonzalez is showing young faces in a Kizala or Miss Brown, the opposition could look and bring similar young faces because all of them,
but they could, Jomo, and they're refusing them.
They're not
doing that's the point.
Discouraging them.
But did you hear me say strategy and tactics?
That they don't have.
They don't have it.
They don't have.
So you will hear on Nice Radio a politician, a major opposition politician call in and say,
Jomo, let me understand your logic. Let's go back to Sinclair Leacock and Daniel Cummins and so on, right? You think they should keep them because they want big time. I would disagree with you. I think this is the time for them to transition to more practice basis in safe constituencies.
I don't think they should keep them because they want big time.
Why do you think
if that were the case, I would have said they should keep Mr. Stevenson as well, who won by the largest margin in last election.
Why do you think that these because don't you think there's an image problem here with the NDP as a bunch of old people too?
Well, that's the point. I made that point some time ago that the Prime Minister Gonzalez is setting up a narrative.
Yes.
My young team against the grumpy old men of the NDP.
Yep.
And that's where that's going. And unless they change down ticket beyond Leacock, Cummins, and Friday, they are going to have serious. They're going to have. They may still win.
We got someone who want to interact with you guys. Call it good morning, your life.
Yeah, been good morning.
Morning.
In the last general election, right? The NDP get the popular vote, but when you subtract the Grenadine Summit on the mainland only, you also got the popular vote.
That's a silly conversation. Look, Bing.
You know,
Listen to that argument, right? If NDP got the popular vote, but when you subtract the Grenadines, this country is St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Thank you.
Well, assume that a meteor could have come and take out North Central Windward, who would have gotten the popular vote?
Let's call a continue, please. Sorry, you go on. But that was a stupid
argument.
No, the argument is a silly argument. And you know where they get that from? Because when you listen to Star Radio, they talk the same foolishness every day.
Yes, but we're not. We can take
argument.
You can't take out.
You can't take out North. The Windward side.
So take out North Central Windward, then Gonzales win by 2,000 votes.
Yep.
Not so?
Yep.
Take it out. There was a time when he used to win by almost 3,000 votes. Take it out.
Yep.
But I am saying that that young lady said, and Stephen specifically asked her, not who you feel,
right,
but who you're hearing your peers, right? And she was quite clear. She said Friday is a nice, likable man, but she sees they only know Ralph.
But that's Stephen. That is the point, you know, and that is why I was talking to a gentleman, quite knowledgeable gentleman, and he says, if only for St. Vincent's sake, we have to break the spell, because if you are 35, the only person you know as a leader in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is Ralph Gonzales, and after all of that, you have 40-something% youth unemployment, you have 40% poverty, you have a galloping homicide rate, you have people who are marginalized, who are hopeless and helpless, you have rampant corruption. So if you're an opposition politician or opposition party and you can't exploit that, you don't deserve to be in a national race.
Okay.
And that's the point. That's the point.
All right, let's take one final call and then you gotta go. Okay, Council, because we got another segment coming up. Caller, good morning, you're live.
Council, good morning.
Morning.
How are you, Stephen?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning.
Wonderful. Shady, what's up?
Shady, play the drop, take me, please. Please drop, take me, please intro.
Bing, good morning.
Morning, sir. Morning.
Good. I will get back to the politics just now, but I have a question for Council. In the amendments that are happening to the piece of legislation, are we going to see a change in how the citizenship is going to be determined and to be given to people? Meaning, is there going to be an institution set up with a board instead of just the Prime Minister doing the interviews and determining who gets citizenship or not?
That is not how it's done now. If that is not how it's done now, so that's political propaganda. The way it's done now, suppose somebody is born in Trinidad to a Vincentian, as I advised a man just outside my office last week. His father is Vincentian. He comes here to visit. He has his father's birth certificate. I told him, look, you can walk over to the immigration office and you can take this passport to them, and you can be, once they verify that, you can be issued a Vincentian passport. So it's not the Prime Minister determining that citizenship. That's not how it's works.
Hold on, Kenson. Prime Minister Gonzales, out of his own mouth, said you go to his office and he interviews you and he makes a decision. I don't know what comes about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Prime Minister Gonzales says what? Prime Minister Gonzales says what?
He the one who does the interview.
No. Listen. If somebody has no connection to St. Vincent,
that's right, correct,
and they're making an application, that application goes to the Ministry of National Security, and the Prime Minister or his team will do the interview. We are not talking about those kind of interviews. We are talking about familial connection, where somebody is indicating that my father or my grandfather is a citizen. Come on, we can't mix apples and oranges.
Okay, I understand. I get it. I get it, Council. I get it. But I just wanted that cleared so that the general public could understand. Right? Because the politician
It is your responsibility to help to make it clear, because that is
I will
not
do
what
that.
happened.
And that is why I made sure that I asked so that you could clarify.
Very well.
Because remember, if me alone go and talk, in a song to kosher, council. But coming from
Well, it depends on what you talk.
That's why we have you. They come to. That's why he's saying. That's because
Exactly.
that's why we have you.
So now I could echo you to them. If you see what I'm saying.
You can echo the law, not me.
All right. Let's move on to the next point because I want to get to something before the cutlass leave.
No, man.
Okay, call back.
Yeah. I just wanted that clear.
Yeah, call back because I need to call back. You call back in your portfolio about things. Okay, cool. Council, is there anything else you want to add to this or any
Perfect time for us to say until we meet again.
That would be on Monday morning, buddy.
Monday morning.
Okay, Joe. Okay, cool.
All right. So
I want to ask you something. I see something trending on social media,
Which you have not sent me and I have not seen.
Yeah,
But you like
yeah.
to sandbag me, so go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's all. I like to set you
do
up
what
because
normally
of how
do.
you
Do what
stop.
you normally
You're a
do. Go
horrible
ahead.
human being.
Let me hear it.
Okay. Who saw the ad about Mustique? Why are they marketing St. Lucia and Barbados as entry points, meaning entry points into St. Vincent, by flights to Mustique? Question mark. Fix it. That's what.
No, it's really simple. When you take there's how many flights go from England to St. Lucia every week and Barbados every week compared to St. Vincent? How many flights go to St. Lucia every week from North America versus St. Vincent? That's a really stupid comment in social media. Those are all major entry points. Why would you not tell people that you have flights you can bring them here directly from here? They already know if they can get on a plane to St. Vincent and St. Vincent and the
But
Grenadines.
they're
So
also
what?
saying in the thread that St. AIA is not mentioned at all in that ad that is being played internationally.
Which ad?
There's
You
an
seen-
ad-
have you seen the ad?
No, I've not seen that. I'm
I
just
haven't seen the
reading.
ad. But the reality is that you need your who's your customers? Where are your customers coming from? Right? Okay. You have Virgin coming here, you have American. And Air Canada hopefully will be resuming soon.
Right.
Where are the vast majority of flights going to? Where are the vast majority of your customers going to?
Your
People need
niche
to
and
stop
your
being
niche,
stupid
your
and
niche,
understand
your
it's a
niche.
private company
Right.
who are dealing with the customers that they deal with. Are they going to get upset because we know we will be able to offer flights for Martinique? Are they going to get upset about that too? This is a private company. We're not in the business of marketing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're in the business of marketing Mustique, right? Okay, which happens to be a part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Same in Canawan. You wouldn't see Canawan marketing, Buckerman Bay Resort or whatever. They're marketing Canawan. I don't understand why this is an issue. Why is this an issue?
And your niche.
You're telling your people that we will get you, if you get to these places, we can get you here. Everybody, they already know that Mustique is part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is not difficult stuff. Almost everybody knows that we fly directly several times a day between Mustique and St. Vincent. We don't need to market that part of it. That's not an issue, right? Okay. We have seen a pickup in people coming to St. Vincent, but it's not dramatic because you don't have the daily flights. Okay, the Virgin direct flight is the Virgin flight. Let's talk about Virgin for a second. Okay, Virgin flies from London. They arrive in Barbados at 2:00 in the afternoon or whatever, maybe 3. I can't remember the exact times. Okay, they sit on the ground for an hour and a half. They then take off and come to St. Vincent. By the time those people get to St. Vincent, it is actually shorter to get off the plane, the Virgin plane in Barbados, and take a plane directly to Mustique than it is to fly to AIA. You get to Mustique sooner and earlier. So where is the problem?
And St. Lucia?
And St. Lucia is the same thing. St. Lucia is a 20-minute flight. St. Lucia is a 20-minute flight. We don't have daily flights right now, I don't believe, from American. We seem to be going back and forth. Okay? But we don't have a direct connection from New York. St. Lucia does. St. Lucia has connections to Dallas, I think, and some other places. I was in St. Lucia the other day. I was shocked. When you have 5 and 6 planes there in the afternoon. So can we please be sensible?
Is it any different based on what this is? Is it any different between having AIA and when it was AGA and E.T. Joshua then?
For most visitors to the Grenadines, there is no substantial difference. I believe I know a lot of people who go to Beckwith, for example, though.
Right.
They will come to AIA and take the boat over and take the ferry over.
Right.
But you have to be honest too. It is getting better than it was. We're getting more people. But the reality is, if you want to come from England on a Friday and go back on a Monday, you can't use Virgin for that to St. Vincent. You can take BA or Virgin or whatever else, right, to Barbados and maybe to St. Lucia. I'm not sure exactly the exact schedule. So why is this difficult for people to understand, Big? Is it that
Someone said on the live, I thought AIA was an international airport.
it is an international airport? Just because it is an international airport, I mean, I've always argued it's always been international as opposed to regional. I guess they're arguing. But does that mean the planes come here every day? Do the planes come here every day from England? How often do they come from England? Thank you. How often do they come from New York, Dallas, Toronto? Please keep going on and on. I could keep going on, right? I'm not degrading it. I'm just saying that you have to be realistic about your customers and your customer base and their needs and desires, and don't just react to stupidness and post stupidness on social media without thinking it out and trying to understand what it is people are doing.
I think it's a feel-good thing that people are feeling.
But we're not in the business of making Vincentians feel good. We're in the business of looking after your customers.
Right.
So that your customers can come here and spend their money.
The majority of your niche
are coming from North America and
Europe. Yes.
Thank you. Correct.
On a daily basis.
That's all it is.
Yes.
It's very simple. So this is the problem I have with social media. This is why I stay off of things like Facebook and Instagram and those kind of things. Because you have too many idiots talking stupidness without thinking and without engaging their brain. They talk a whole pile of stupidness.
Caller, good morning. Talk to you. Sorry for not seeing it earlier. I know they want to cuss him back, but it's all right.
But there's plenty stupid people on Facebook and Instagram. Plenty stupidness on there. That's why I stopped, buddy.
Talk to the idiot. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I'm Lavon.
Lavon, good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Is it sexy, Lavon?
Listen,
there any other-
I always sexy. Ben,
Is there any other-
for
How
the
are you
whole of
doing?
last week, for the whole week, I heard you the calling the PM Big Red.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
not
is
right.
Big Red is a
What's wrong with that?
chewing gum.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
It's a cheap chewing gum, Bing.
I agree.
Sweet,
Right?
I
You
agree.
can't
Gum.
call-
They need to stop
You
that.
can't call
It's
the
a
Prime
sweet.
Minister.
So you have a problem with calling me, calling Big Red, Big
Hold
Red?
on.
Big Red.
Lavon.
Yes, Mr.
Lavon, 1 second, please. Let me, hold on.
Did that
Give me
hurt
a
your
second.
feelings, Lavon?
Can I speak to Lavon a second?
Go ahead, speak to Lavon.
Lavon, let me try and explain to you how this came about, okay?
Yeah.
Because Bing is in several different group chats because he was upset with the group chat that myself and another,
Don't call the other,
and
don't call
another
other people.
person in
Don't
the
call
chat,
other
right?
people names. Don't call
No,
other people.
both of us people call us Red. The other two people. Bing is not Red. And all Bing does in that chat group is insult us.
Lavon.
And cuss us. And call us media, and call us Big Red and whatever. And somehow,
I am very
baby,
upset.
yeah, you
Because
heard?
when I watch you around the microphone, you like a big sauerkraut.
Oh God! Hey, Lavon! Lavon,
give it to
you
him.
are a horrible, disgusting, human, smelly individual. You need to go and take a bath. You horrible, disgusting person. But I love you still, though, Lavon. You know I love
we
you.
love
You know,
you,
you
we
know
love
you're my
you.
darling, though, baby.
we love you.
Come on, Lavon.
Yeah, but
know
you
I
need
love
to
you.
stop referring to your Prime Minister as Big Red.
No.
What am I?
You're small red.
And what's the other person?
Medium red.
So he's been promoted now.
Yeah, he promoted. He get promoted. He
I'm
get
happy
promoted.
to
He
hear
get
that. I'm
promoted.
very happy
He
to
get
hear that.
promoted.
No, but guys, when we refer like that, it is not an insult. It's just we're just joking around between us. That's all. All right. So let's not take things too seriously. Okay?
Lavon, what is doing? You're fresh and
Okay, will you
upstart,
calm
out of
down
place.
now?
Sir.
Okay, I have to
Lavon, I
run,
love
buddy.
her. Lavon, I love her.
I know that. And she'll call back, and you all will be.
Lavon, the Prime Minister don't have any problem with me calling bigger than. Why you taking
Like
on
Ralph
this?
K?
You know what I mean?
He
Why
probably
you
finds it
taking?
amusing
You
and
know what I
laughing.
mean? Why are you taking on this? You know? Why you taking on this? Ralph
And
thinks
Bing
it's
does not
actually
mean
funny.
Bing does not mean it as an insult. He actually means it as a compliment.
You know, isn't the
This
Big
is
Red
why
drink up-
me being medium red is more important than small red. Big red is big red.
Lavon, you see people like you need to go and come and live, sit down and have a chat and smoke a good marijuana. You know what I mean, Lavon?
Smoke a weed and calm down.
Smoke a weed and calm
Smoke a weed and calm
down.
yourself down.
You know I love
Buddy.
you. Keep listening, baby.
I have to run. I'll be away for a while again, as
Yeah.
you know. So,
Yeah.
I hope you will take very good
I don't
care.
know. I don't know how am I gonna make it without you.
You're bringing Angelique, and you said.
I don't know how I'm gonna
keep
make
your-
it. Angelique is not
Angelique,
here,
will be here. Angelique will be here.
You're hurting my feelings.
And you would much
by the way
prefer
again.
Angelique.
I do prefer looking at that. Not just me, Jomo as well too.
Jomo prefers looking at Angelique than
he
me?
said it. He
I
said
don't.
it.
Yeah, but he just said that.
He said
didn't mean
that.
it.
He
Yeah,
said
he prefers looking at me. But no, no, seriousness. I gotta run. You all take care. Have a
Hey,
wonderful
listen, the
long
Cutlass.
weekend.
Cutlass.
I have obligations.
You've got obligations.
Oh, by the way, my daughter had her big 16th birthday last night.
Horrible, eh?
Growing up, you know what I'm saying. Your
I know
daughter's off to
exactly
school
what you're
shortly,
saying.
You know,
Yeah.
boy. We're getting old, buddy. The children are moving on. Where to us?
I remember
And I
once
didn't even get a piece of birthday cake, Bing. Watch how I got
Douglas,
treated.
I remember once you said to me, right? Bing, you better enjoy them now. Because when they see they reach a certain
time for
age
you no more,
and they're ready to go, they ain't had time. Well, she ain't gone it and she don't even have time with me. And I said, why does this idiot words have to come to pass?
But you know, it's reality and it's normal and it's
Mm.
nature. And it's the right thing to do. I mean, we had the same experiences with our
Yeah,
parents, huh?
yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Shady, look after yourself, buddy. Don't let this man corrupt you. And that man on the other radio station who shall remain nameless.
Leave my body
You
alone.
can't be doing that. It is morally bankrupt of you.
At least
to
if you're
take
gonna cheat,
another
get rid of
woman
the
in your
evidence.
house
Get rid
and
of the
leave the
evidence.
clothes in
Yeah,
the house.
get rid of the evidence. At least
Okay?
if you're gonna cheat.
All right, you know, come on, man.
And
And we know your
speaking-
name, but we
speak-
ain't calling it.
Speaking, no, I'm not saying Anthony, okay? But speaking, we are too professional
what
in
name you
this
said
thing.
there?
Anthony.
Anthony who?
We're not calling names around.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
call it.
So what is
And
it?
we
Is it
are
not a
speaking
name?
as two professionals.
Yes.
Two professional cheaters from the past. From
Yeah,
a
in the
long,
past, yeah.
long,
We have
long
Yeah,
time.
you need to stop
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
We
Whoever
don't
else
cheat
doing that.
anymore.
We don't.
We don't cheat
And
anymore.
we recommend you stop doing it
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
whoever
yeah,
you
yeah,
might be.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever Anthony that is. Call it good morning, your life.
Morning. I remember the Big Red commercial. So kiss a little longer. Make it. Chewing-gum, Big Red chewing-gum. Remember chewing-gum, Big Red. You must have a drink. But Stephen, I am in agreement with you that we need more flights in and out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Might I add.
Max, hold on a second. It's not about need in flights. Huh? It's the same problem we have currently with our regional transport that we had with Liat, right? Those of us who travel a lot always need more flights. But when you get on those planes are not coming. If there is the demand, airlines put on flights, you know. It's
Okay,
about
then.
if they can make money at it.
Okay, then that was the point I was getting ready to make, and I
Right.
think we miss a critical opportunity to capitalize on something. Johnny Depp went to a serious divorce that the whole world was paying attention to.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp filmed Pirates of the Caribbean in St. Vincent.
You
and
can't
the
bring people
Grenadines.
here to see that now. There's nothing there, Max. You've been down there.
No, but listen to me. If we had invited Johnny Depp to St. Vincent and the Grenadines after his divorce and said, Johnny Depp, come to St. Vincent and smoke a St. Vincent marijuana.
All kind of one?
Okay then, smoke a weed in Musty just to detox from the toxic divorce you just went through. But what we want you to do in return is to post on your social media platform.
Max, my friend, why don't, let me just hear you like to rile me up, huh? What about instead, we fix our beautiful potential tourist sites? What about fixing Fort Charlotte? What about fixing Darkview Falls? What about fixing Belmont? What about fixing access to Trinity Falls and all these things that could keep going on for? You gotta, if you do those things, that'll make a world of difference. Not bringing Johnny Depp here. Let's be honest.
I hear you, but Stephen, I done ball years now. So if them not listen to the baldy, maybe they might listen to another ball, and it seems like only when white people come and show their face, Vincent and just shut up and pay attention. So we don't. Big Red, we don't ball.
I gone. Okay, I gotta go, guys. See you all later.
All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Yeah,
All
buddy.
right,
Okay. We got Mr. Weeds coming up this next. He's been pelting some serious shots all week, so we expect him to drop some serious bombs this morning as well too. He's coming up next, but we gotta take a commercial break right after. Hey, listen, don't move, all right? Especially you, Lavon. You're fresh out the place. You look, I love you, Lavon. Come see me now, baby. Let me have some lunch now. You know I love you, sexy. All right? You're just the finest, lovable thing. Lavon, you know I love you. Come on. Yeah. So let's take a quick commercial break and come right back. Right here, OMG in the morning. It's back in our Tuesday morning, and that's what you're gonna be getting. That's what you have been getting all morning. Let's do this, Shady. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it.
More family fun days are here. It's time for movie marathons, living room camping, sweet treats, and outdoor fun. At Quartz, we have TVs, appliances, outdoor furniture, grills, pools, and everything you need for a family.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs.
At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon, this is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Other important objects can be blurry and blend into the background, making it difficult to identify details in black and white. ColourView technology by Hikvision enables cameras to produce colourful videos with rich details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColourView camera is also covered with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColourView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-7241.
Babes, nah, this can't continue. I fed up living this hand-to-mouth lifestyle. You know it's $600 and something for them two little drop of thing here.
Will you buy them there?
By the supermarket up there, so.
It's all you're bright. I tell you, shop by Korea's Food Mart. Watch how much you pay for onions. And you could have get them for $2.90 a pound by Korea's. Potatoes, $1.95 a pound. Apples, $4.95 per pound.
What about like quarters?
Only $2.80 a pound. Look here again.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Get it up to your inner mouth. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Yes, Papa. Starting at only $85.
Visit in-store to save more. Offer runs from the 28th of August to the 2nd of September, 2023. Korea's distribution terms and conditions apply.
Fly this summer with Inter-Caribbean Airways. Flights from St. Vincent to St. Lucia, Grenada, Barbados, and onward connection to Dominica, Antigua, St. Kitts, and Guyana. To book your flight, visit intercaribbean.com or your preferred travel agency. Inter-Caribbean, connecting you and the Caribbean.
The Patriot Company Limited. With services like terrazzo construction, terrazzo restoration, terrazzo maintenance, concrete grinding, pressure washing, janitorial services, carpet cleaning, home and office cleaning. We offer services at affordable prices. Call us for all your janitorial services and terrazzo services. It's the Patriot Company Limited. Green Hill, P.O. Box 2046, Kingstown, VC 0100. Or you can contact us at 457-6650 or 457-2057 or email the Patriot Company Limited at gmail.com or ncjackson4753@gmail.com. The Patriot Company Limited. Service at its best.
More family fun days are here. It's time for movie marathons, living room camping, sweet treats, and outdoor fun. At Quartz, we have TVs, appliances, outdoor furniture, grills, tools, and everything you need for a family holiday. Shop today with no cash and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. Quartz is bringing back the fun days and bringing value home. Offer ends August 23rd, 2023. Special conditions apply.
Throwback Thursday.
We got Mr. Weeks coming up next. Stand by, people. Oh, God. Watch me. What I say.
When you see me and the woman, them leave me. I can't control. If I have too much, is my problem. Just leave me.
Shady. Oh Lord, you all are too horrible. You know? These things happen, you know. These things happen. We go through it all the time. When you see me and me woman, them, hey, listen, it's now time. Hold on, let me go do that. Let me just shout to my buddy Shallow. Yeah, SVG Tires. Good morning to you, Shallow. At SVG Tires, they have a special on tires. Buy a regular set price and get the fourth one for free. Check out SVG Tires store today. They're in Falls Avenue, right in the back, and also in Huddersfield. You can contact SVG Tires at 457-1467. That's my boy Shallow there. Or you can contact them in Huddersfield at 456-6444. Shallow, morning to you, buddy. It's now time for the most loved man on the radio. Let's go, Shady. It's now time for Mr. Weeks. Let's jump right into it. We're going to tell you about Woodsy and all when we come back. All that and so much more. Woodsy, Tito. I got two friends named Woodsy with the weirdest of first name, okay? Woodsy Calico named Urias. Woodsy in Brooklyn, oh God, I'm afraid to call the name. A shame, me buddy. A shame. I'm going to tell all that after Mr. Weeks. There we go. Bring Mr. Weeks. It's now time for the most loved man on radio. Bring the drop, Shady. Bring it.
With the most loved man on radio. Sir Lancelot is in the building.
Here we go. Love that background music, Shady. Mr. Weeks intro. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning.
Hey, Ben.
Good morning. How you doing? Shady laughing. Shady. Who you laughing, bro? Oh, Mr. Weeks.
You know, we have some bright people and things, Ben.
The brightness that illuminates or the brightness to bring darkness? Which one?
Bring light onto the darkness.
Bring light onto the darkness. Help me out.
They have to study, you know, psychology to come and get you good psychoanalysis of your statement, you know. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my friend Lavon. Morning, Lavon.
Morning, Dudu Lavon, darling.
Shady morning. And greetings to your listeners, Ben.
Yes, on behalf of them, greetings to you too.
Lavon, see, you like no in her prime minister to a cheap train ground. And what Lavon didn't say, you're using the color red. So she didn't talk about the racist part of that.
Yes.
And then when she described you, she didn't include, you know, when we describe them things that she liked you too.
Yes.
She didn't use the word black. Because if she did, everybody would have come on.
Oh God.
She not like herself, she racist.
Yeah. That one is a darling. She means well. She means well.
Lavon is great, yeah. Good analysis, Lavon.
She means well. She means well.
Okay.
You know me. I don't get into to that.
Yeah, but you know what is interesting thing? When Stephen gave his explanation, you know what is the most important thing he said? Do you know what is the most important?
Go ahead.
Stephen said, you belong to some other chat group. Stephen. I like you, Stephen. Stephen is my friend.
Cutlass.
Big. Anyway, like I said this morning, I don't think this morning, for me at least, is not a morning for politics. Because today is Thursday, the 31st of August. Tomorrow is the 1st of September. And then on Monday would be the 4th of September. You hear all the fluff thing?
Yep.
You hear all the fluff to simply say, I could have simply said, School opening on Monday. A lot of fluff before, just to say that, you know, school opening on Monday. Anyway, but that's what I want to talk about, school opening on Monday. But before I talk about Monday, I want to go back to the last school year and to take this opportunity to congratulate all of those children and even the older persons who made it through the last school year, and many of them came through it flying colors, good grades. Then you know about that, right?
Very much so.
Yes, I want to
Very much so.
congratulate them. And I don't think Louise would be upset if I congratulate Tai for her wonderful performance. And I want to wish her all the best in her continuing education.
She leaves on Saturday.
Okay. And that's the same for all of the other children. I want them to do well. Because I'm going to make the statement like you. I'm going to do like you, Bing, and reinforce what I've said 2-3 times already. I'm going to repeat it. Not going to say anything new. I'm just going to repeat it. Because I want somebody to listen to it and to tell the child or to say to themselves, this is the situation. That in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the order of things permit us at a macro level, if we take the average at a macro level, that each worker in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is producing and earning about $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Not going through the calculation again. But that's not the maximum, and that's not the minimum. So some persons are earning far less than that, and some are earning much more. Those of you who are going back to school, I want you to consider where in that range you want to fall in the next how many years. Set a time when you want to get there and think about how will you get there. Don't just take it for granted that you're going to school and you will come out with 4 or 5 levels, or you will come out with 10, 12 levels, and or levels at Cape, and you will just by the way fit into wherever an opportunity is. Set your goals, decide where you want to go, where you want to be, and sort out the avenue that will get you there. Set a path, PATH, to get in there, Bing. That's what I want our young people to do. For example, those who are still in the lower part of the primary, at the secondary school, whether you're going into Form 1 or you're in Form 4. And if you're going to Form 5, it applies to you too, even though the window is shorter for you, but you can still try. The point is, Bing, you see, at midnight, sometime was last week, when the child opened the computer and they got their results, the CAPE results, immediately they knew which of the national awards they were going to get. They didn't have to wait on the cabinet to tell them that. Nobody is going to sit down and ponder and say, this one come from here and that one come from here and this one is related to that and that. Immediately, they knew which of the national awards they were going to get. They don't have to wait on the Ministry of Education to tell them that. The point is, Bing, you want a national award? Whether you want the top one or the last one where you just get some money to pay for your your school fees, to pay your school fees, you know what you have to do to get there. You know it before you write your exams. I'm encouraging you to work towards it. Set your goals and work towards it. We have a situation where there are fixed criteria that once you meet those criteria, you've guaranteed yourself a particular award.
Mr. Ricks, I wanna, if you don't mind, I wanna jump in and say something here because and while you're speaking about that, I'm here pondering: should I say it? Should I say it, or should I not say it?
Don't say it, man.
You know, what you are speaking about is really true, right? And I'm gonna use myself and my family situation as an example, right? And not Ty. And people always say, well, you don't know about Ty because Ty is my baby girl. You know, fathers with daughters. I actually have 3 children. I have Ty, James, and Chavez.
You sure about that?
No, I don't have any more. I have 3. That's all.
Okay.
Right? And I want to say something, right? You know, someone said to me, boy, you just be on the radio cussing the government, you just be on the radio doing this, you know, bringing down the government policy. I see it as doing critical analysis, all right, in my own way and my own style. And the person was intimating that because I am doing that, my son Chavez, who's up for scholarship, wouldn't get through. And I felt at no way at all that my son Chavez would not get through to get a scholarship because of what I was doing. And that is because of the policies which was set. And as you said, it's not on a personality basis. It's not because of who you are and and what you're doing and all that. Because of the policy that is set by the government. And I'm using that because of what you said, and while you were saying it, I'm here thinking, you know, should I say it? And I'm saying it to encourage young people to go and work hard no matter what, because there's nobody who is be here cussing Ralph and Big Red or whatever call him and the King in Waiting and Hufflegate and all these other things than me. But still, he qualified and he's getting through to get a scholarship to continue to move on in his university studies. And I want to encourage that nobody out there, well, yeah, there's some of them always go before they than me. But at no time at all did I ever felt that, boy, Chavez ain't gonna get through because of what and what and what, because of what it is do, and they call around Big Red and all this kind of thing and all that. So I just wanted to add that addendum to what you said.
What should I say? Hallelujah? Pastor, don't get me when you come out, eh? I just playing the game with him.
By the way, I heard Pastor being referred to by Big Red yesterday as a wise man, publicly on radio. He said Dr. Richard is a wise man.
Dr. Richard, the great intellect, did a piece of analysis yesterday. Dr. Richards took out all of the critical issues and laid them on the table. And it missed some of us. So at some point, that may have to. Well, it's not just yesterday, it's for the entire week. And it ain't anything new. So, Doc, stay at it, my friend. But being the point that you made, you know, we can't make light of it. Because we hear right here, we're listening. We're listening right here. And people will come and they tell you, nobody can get anything in St. Vincent. Is Ralph 3F. His family, his friends, and his foreigners. I don't think you remember hearing that thing. I heard it, but it's said to you. But on that same day, that very same day, I am listening to the evening news, as I try to do as frequently as I can. And I heard this very person getting an award, joint award, for $10,000 that I believe they earn they work for it. But in the morning, you're leaving people with the impression that don't work because you have to belong to one of these categories. And this is the kind of thing that people get upset with me for. But I don't care, Bing. Because one of the things I've learned, I had to learn it, is to be able to laugh at myself. And if I can laugh at myself, I can laugh at you too. You understand that, Bing? I can make fun of you too. But I'm dying for this morning. This morning is a serious morning when we're talking to the children and some older persons too. Because even though you're not in the school system, as I've been saying all for a while now, you may not be in the formal school system, but there are opportunities that are available to you. Just this week, I saw on evening news, maybe about 15 or so women, I think they were mainly women, I don't know, like men were involved, who were graduating from an exercise where they were taught to make cakes. Opportunities like this are available.
Okay, Mr. Weeks, just give me a minute, please. Let's just pause a little bit. Let's do station ID and come right back. We're going to do it, okay? Let's go. Shady, let's go to the top. Come right back on the other side as we continue, Mr. Weeks.
Styles like these.
Are you ready for?
Throwback Thursday. We giving you the best throwbacks, the anthems, and dance all great. Throwback Thursday.
When they talk about evolution.
Boom, 1069.
Martinia, oh, Lord of mercy, oh, yeah, it's not the first, not the last. So much pretty girl I pass, and holding out is such a task. That's why I said this from my heart. Oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend, 'cause as far as I can see, she loves only me. Oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend. But Lord, if you can stop me from cheating, just don't let me get caught. No, don't let me get caught. No, don't let me get caught.
Ready?
Don't get caught.
The number one morning show in the SPG. Morning. OMG in the morning.
Come on now. Mr. Weeks, you there?
Yes, Bing.
Definitely. Let's continue.
Yeah, Shady, you have to tell me, Bing, give you a listen song.
I knew that was coming.
Otherwise,
I knew that was coming in. I knew.
Otherwise, I will see you standing.
I was going to say people just think that it's me in here with the Bacchanals, but if they only know. I just said to him, I said, Shady, you're beating this thing whole morning, boy. You ain't letting go this thing. Mr. Weeks, you're easy trainer. For a man who don't come out much, you know, oh Lord.
You don't know where I will be, So
Mr. Weeks, you don't miss nothing at all, boy. My gosh. One of that said Shady and Mr. Weeks on a roll this morning.
Bernadette. I thought Bernadette had forgotten me. Hi, Bernadette. Is it Mrs. Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Bernadette. Good morning. I hope all is well with you. And Tonya.
And George. Oh, and Kenson saying good morning to you too, Mr. Weeks.
Hi, Kenson.
Your boy, your boy, your boy, your boy. Kenson,
What's going on, my G? My Jenna.
me G. Kenson, your boy. Kenson shouting up his boy.
Yeah, hi, Kenson, morning. So, Bing, I'm so happy that you made a point about your son. And sometimes I just said we have to make the choice whether or not we put our personal and family business in the public, and also our children's business in the public. But sometimes we weigh the and find the greater good, because what you have said is quite important. You come here, and as Lavon said, you're liking the Prime Minister to the cheapest of gums that you can find.
Big Red is very expensive train, man.
But, and then you made sure that you use the one that has the tint of race in it. You know, right? Shady, I know about this training, you know. I know about them.
You see, you and Lavon don't know the process of the Prime Minister, and
I had some of it, so not for the same purpose. But I had some of it, so I can recognize it when I see it. I noticed I didn't just study it. I said I had some of the training, meaning people, the lecturer, I'm giving the lecturer, the professor, the credit. I ain't taking it for myself. I don't have any need to do that. Bing, let's encourage the people. Don't tell them why they can't do it. Don't tell them why they can't go down to Camden Park or to Kingston or Georgetown, the Technical Institute and Annisville Technical College. I don't know if they still do evening programs at the Technical College. I hope they didn't stop. But let us don't tell the people who are listening why they can't do it. They can't find transportation money and things hard. When we are finding transportation for children to go to school and they get in scholarship, and we're not telling the public that they get scholarship. We send our children to school. Things hard with we can't pay rent, and we can't pay van to come to work, and we can't buy food because the economy needs a jump start. That's all we said to the people, you know. They can't do this, they can't do that. You don't have the means to do it. But you find them the means to send your children to school. And they're coming out and they're getting scholarship and you're not telling it. You're not telling a soul. But that's how it is. That's how it is, Bing. I want to end on a positive note, Bing, as I go out to the week. Children, make sure you choose wisely. You can decide whether or not you would simply want to choose some subjects that you're going to do well and you get a scholarship and you're gone. And then you end up anywhere. But you can also choose the subjects that will take you along a particular path, PATH, and where that would place you in the scheme of things with respect to your earnings and your status at the workplace and so forth. Choose wisely, children. Take from the very orientation tomorrow, take it seriously. Take the orientation tomorrow seriously. Make notes. Listen to what those who are responsible are telling you. You may not understand it immediately, but that's why I'm asking you to take notes, because later on, when you are in the system, you can go back and read these notes and you would say, oh, that's what they were saying, that's what Miss was saying. And after the orientation, pay attention to your schoolwork. Leave the drugs alone, man. Don't bother being with a bucket of marijuana and go find yourself smoking marijuana and before you look, you graduate to coke. And that ain't good for you. That ain't good for the country. Bing, have a great weekend.
You too, and I enjoy my week with you this week, though, Mr. Weeks. Never mind what anybody say. I enjoy my week, and I'll continue to enjoy my week with you.
One of these days, I will tell you how you got your license at the time.
Oh, Lord.
You know. You don't know. You think you know? You know how you got your license thing. At the time, I'm not saying that you would not have gotten it, you know. One of these days, I mean, tell you.
You were the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Telecommunications and Works. I remember that. In telecom. I
Remember a man named Dougie Joseph? Dougie Joseph?
Yes.
That's a good man, you know. We don't even talk about Dougie and all the good work he did. How influential he has been in society. Dougie is a man who would, when I was in the public service, no matter what the issue is, somebody raised with Dougie would send them to me. But that's for another. So I hope Dougie is doing well, despite whatever circumstances he has to be bearing with. Dougie knows President the European movement.
Mass man, journalist at the newspaper, which reminds me, I'm gonna check in with him today as well.
Sometimes I wish I can reach these people. I don't have the contact.
I'll send you a contact.
Yes,
But I'm gonna
thank
check
you,
in with him.
Dougie. Have a good weekend, Bing.
Monday morning, bright to know, Mr. Weeks. I want to thank you
Once
very
we
much.
have life and sufficient health, we can do that again. Thanks, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. I want to get into a little rant before we play the drop for the man. I want to hear that drop. Just call. Me will tell you who. Me gonna tell you who. Want to hear the drop? Just call. Now, for those of you who saying that the scholarships that are being given out is not Ralph Gonsalves money. Of course it's not Ralph Gonsalves money. We ain't chop it. You think Ralph Gonsalves will take his personal money so and get with so? But it is because of the policies of Big Red. It is because of the policies that Big Red put in place why these scholarships are available. You understand what I'm saying? It is because of the policies why these social programs are in place. And I heard someone on one of these radio programs the other day talking about, oh, why the government taking NIS money and giving it to children, coming out $500 and giving it to children. What the hell is wrong with that? What the hell is wrong with that? Listen, we can't boil down everything to partisan individual politics that we can't see good. You know that I do. Well, let me use a nice word. Critical analysis of Big Red every day on this radio. You know that I cuss the hell out of them every day. But you got to recognize when things are being done. And I'm not saying this because it's only this morning I spoke about Chavez and his scholarship. It's only this morning. It doesn't mean that it wasn't yesterday that he got his scholarship to continue with his university education. If I didn't say it this morning, you would not know. And because I continue to cuss Big Red and the policies of Big Red that I disagree with and the way Big Red operates all the time, sometimes, most times, I'll continue to cuss him. I'll continue to talk about how Big Red said that he didn't know about the Commissioner John resigning. He have no idea and all that. But that doesn't mean that when there's a policy that I like, that I wouldn't acknowledge that policy, or whenever something good is being done. Listen to me. I ain't there nobody payroll, you know. Me working for NDP. Me working for ULP, you know. Yeah, Lavon. Not the other Lavon, not the fresh out the place Lavon that call all here on. But you know I love you still in a Lavon. Not that Lavon. Lavon King, who was seen on the live, who say talking trash. It is the policies of Big Red why these children are getting these scholarship. It is the policies of Big Red. Yes, we know it is not his money. You know how much children are going off to university? You know how much children are continuing with their education, university education, who moving from masters to PhD and going up and going on and going on and continuing? You know how many people that going on to do medicine and all these things? Poor people, children. It is because of the policies of Big Red and his party and his government. Now, how could you, any decent person, any real decent person who have any decentness about them, have a problem with that? How could you have a problem with that? Any decent person, decentness about them, have a problem with that? I'm not saying my friend Baby Day Love is not decent. I'm saying generally speaking, because we hear it all the time. Let me drop for me, please. Let me bring him. I will bring him from the other after. Let me drop. Play it back. Play it. Play the drop. Play the drop. He calling. Morning, Cancer.
I want to say thanks to those who.
Start it over.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
Call. Let's cancel call. If you ain't cancel, don't call. If it's not cancel, hang up. Morning.
Good morning, Ben.
Yes, buddy. That's
you see me show the first? You see me show the first?
Shady, play it again. Why would you use this as cancel?
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
But you're hard for human being, my boy. Oh, God, boy. This is me now. Yeah, this is me.
Before I get to that last thing that you're talking about there, I want to say, if you made a point earlier when you were talking about what the young lady was talking about, this Maya and the age range. And the thing is, if anybody is 35 years old and above, they actually grew up under the NDP and continued under Labour. So anybody around that age, 35, 37, 40, who cannot remember anything about the previous administration, how things were, then you have to be walking blind. And I said that to say because some people are saying that, the history, some people around that age don't know the history. They have to have been blind because you actually grew up in a time when those things were still out there that you could have known what was happening. Right? Now, another thing is that it was brought up about persons in the NDP who should not be allowed to run and so forth. Now listen. Ralph Gonsalves says he was in the wilderness for 30 years, right? And for that 30 years, he never, ever won his seat. I even get back his, nothing he ever get back his deposit. Until he was gifted North Central by Mr. Beach. Right? Now, you have people like Licker, Cummins, Friday, and others who, they have not been there as long, but they have consistently been bringing in their seats. You don't think it's unfair? Just like how Ralph say, he spent 30 years and now he gets his recompense. That these people have been toiling and who have been there and who are there, they should get their just recompense. Anyway, the thing is that you say no victimization of people who speak out when it comes to scholarships and things.
I didn't say that. I said where I am concerned.
Yes, where you are concerned.
Yeah, of course, there's victimization in the country.
Good.
Of course,
me like how you personalize it, where you are concerned. When you in a unique position, there are people that are different, right? Because you have persons just because they associate with persons who may have an opposing view to the government. I know of such persons, and I know you know of them too, who have not been awarded a scholarship simply because of things like that. Just an association. Just that. And we must not forget where Prime Minister Gonsalves stood up at a podium and stated, these were his words, anybody who he knows oppose he didn't say the government, no, his policies, even if it's the day of election, he will go after them. And he went further now. He said, I know for you to stand against my policies, you and your family not going to support me anyway. So guess what? in a cake, so he come after you and your family. Those were his words. So you have to be careful when you say certain things. And then, yeah, it have the people being who believe that they get in a scholarship. Somehow they are beholden to the government or else because of a scholarship.
But why do you think so, though, Ken?
Because in their head, somehow they think it's coming from his pocket somehow.
But why do you? Why you lament on things like that?
Let me tell you why I lament on things like this. Because people, especially quote unquote of higher learning, should know better. Support who you want to support, but don't give me them kind of.
Yeah, but isn't it because of the policies of the government why these scholarships are available? It's not nobody money. It's not nobody they taking it from the
pocket. Some of them are evil policies of the government. Some of them are just gifts to poorer nations.
Yeah, but how did they get them?
What do you mean how they get them?
How the poor nations get them?
Some of these other countries they just choose different countries to give.
Oh, come on, Ken.
Not because of stop looking
at the glass half empty.
What? It is just like the racetrack that they have out Diamond. How do you think we got that? It's because we fall in the poor countries that can't do better. So we were on a waiting list. That is why it took so long for us to get it. I am not saying that some of the policies of the government don't guarantee that we get some scholarships because of our foreign policy and who we might be friends with. But there are also countries who will send scholarships to poorer countries just so.
And what about when the government use taxpayers' money, the government policies, and their budgeting to give that amount of millions and millions of dollars towards higher education and education in general?
Here's something now.
How are you going to defend that?
Let many of the people who even have to go and get loans and so forth, right? Let me tell you some of the serious issues and problems they get. I know persons personally, even right here up where I live, yeah, who had serious issues, especially coming to the last part of their studies when it came to the said money that they went to the bank to get. So I am not saying that the government has not done anything good when it comes to in those things. But don't think it has to just their policies. No. And the last thing, something that you talk about there with the money that they give to students who are leaving college and support out of the end. Being crazy. You're mad? How would you feel if you have your 401k thing and somebody just go in there and taking out when your money accrue certain amount of profit and support that you know are interest, that they will take that interest and give it to somebody else and you have to take something lower because of where you put your investment. Especially persons who are not paying into that said fund. The government should find their own thing to get that from. $400,000 a year being.
So investing in
investing
students,
what investment? What is $500
investing that those you consider that bad investment?
Investing in what? Students leaving college, you give them a 500. What is that investment?
And you see that as a bad thing? What do you mean? What is that investment? These same students. Look, let me break it down to you. Kenson. These same students, aren't they going to go out in the job world and get jobs? Aren't they going to go out and create employment for people as they go and become professionals?
All right. Let me answer you with a question. That $500. It is going to help them to start a business.
Come on, Kenson. It is an encouragement. It's not. Come on, man. Come on, Kenson. Come on. Kenson, raise the bar. Let me raise the bar a little bit now, Kenson.
Hold on. Let them get the $500, okay? But let the government use a different fund than the NIS. We have used the NIS too much. Give them. I have no problem. Give them the 500, but it's where it's coming from. We agree now? We are agreement?
I'm listening to you, buddy. Continue.
Come on, buddy.
Continue.
Listen, give them the 500. But oh lad, NIS done in problems already. And for how long we hearing and know that NIS in problems and you're still taking out that kind of money. That is not going to go back in. What kind of investment is that for NIS and the people paying into NIS? What kind of returns is that for them? When they now have to bear the brunt of hearing they might not be able to get the pension on time, may have another 12 years in which they could get a pension, and then what? What about those who live past the 12 years? Or those who come out within close to that 12 years or after the 12 years? What then? So I don't have a problem you giving them the 500. I have no problem. My issue is when I take it from the NIS, what is the returns to the NIS and the people putting into the NIS? Remember, no, the amount of contributions done raised by 50% to 750. So people have to be putting in more to gain less. Because if once these things that they are putting in place are put in place, you are going to be gaining less. Waiting longer to gain less. Waiting longer, putting in more and gaining less. So I have no problem with the $500 being given to them, but it's from where? So we agree there?
Buddy, it's your time to talk.
It's
your time to talk. It's your time to talk, buddy. Go on.
One thing I love, boy, you know, when I get a thump, it does know when they put the squeeze aside.
Listen to me, Ken. One thing I just do, right? I listen. I've been told that I should listen more than I should.
But let me come back in the corner before I go.
No, don't come back. I don't want you in my corner. Go and share the corner. Go and share the corner. Let me put on Shelly, man. Shelly, talk to your friend. Shelly, talk to your friend. Talk to your friend, not me. Not me at all.
When people like Lamont Evans calling to give a word, just smile. Because it goes to show just how much of field slaves they are, that they think that they know what Massa wants. Ralph ever call you and give you and cost you for telling that you call them big head?
Ralph.
But that's my point. But they think they know what Massa wants. Sad. Have a good morning, my brother.
Play his outgoing drop. Play the drop for him when he leaving to Shady. Play drop when he leaving. Which channel? Play drop when he leaving Shady. Go on,
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
Oh Lord, what a morning I'm having. Good morning, caller, you're live.
Good morning, Bing. How are you?
Good morning. Oh, here's my other darling. Good morning, darling. How are you?
I'm well.
Good morning, buddy. Say good morning. Say good morning to both for me, please.
Which one is the
Both Alexander. Say good morning to both. He's saying good morning.
Good. How are you? Bing,
Darling.
do you think people got scholarships before 2002 or 2001?
Of course. Come on, Lamon. That's a rhetorical question,
why
right?
Why are you doing PR work this morning for the government?
Hold on.
It didn't exist before.
How many people got scholarships before
No,
2001?
you said it is because of their policy.
Yes.
Now, did the number of scholarships increase? Of course. And there will be even more scholarships when the NDP gets into office. But you're saying that these didn't exist before.
No. That's not what I said.
You are creating
the
that.
policies of the government. The policies of the government has a 100% increase in scholarships.
No thing that is not.
But anyway, I don't expect anything from you. I don't expect anything. You're doing your job, so continue to do your job. Go on. Let me give you time to do your job. Go on.
So you came on to do their job this morning.
I don't care. Because when I cuss in bed, whose job is me doing? Huh?
And when you commented this morning, you said it's because of their policy.
But it is because of their policies.
For example, went to school on a government scholarship back in the NDP administration. So for you to give the impression that scholarships didn't exist before Ralph Thomas.
How did I give that impression, Lavon? It is because of the policies of the NDP that we have almost 1,000 students getting scholarships.
Students were getting scholarships before 2001. The way that.
But that's okay. But how many? And I have no problem with that.
And then Bing was a scholarship before Ralph. Yes, and there will be many more after him.
Should it go and light up my Swift outside?
I want to go on to the topic, which is this. When I hear you talking about the $500 that's given to students, I was one of those students back in the day who had gotten it. Am I grateful? Was I grateful then for it? Sure. Do I think that the students now need it? Yes, because you know why? That $500, a lot of parents can't feed their kids and it's used for that. You know why? Because St. Vincent is in a poor state economically and people can't eat. But I'll tell you something. one of the problems that you have when you take the money from the NIS fund, where people are facing not getting any pension, but rather getting debt benefits. You could get a debt benefit, then you get your pension. And that is a scary thing. The reality is this. You may have a student who get that $500 today from the NIS fund. You go to college, you go to university, you get a student loan. Your parents use their savings to pay for your interest whilst you're studying. You come back home, you can't get a job. Now you have to think of the fact that you have to take care of your parents because they eroded their savings, sending you to university. And because the ULP administration made a mess of the NIS, they don't have any pension to collect. What do we have there?
Okay. I want to ask you a question on behalf of someone online, and I'm going to tell you name the post so you don't think I'm making it up. Aubrey Bogan is asking, people in SVG can't eat? Question mark.
Of course, people in SVG can't eat. Being every now and again you walk through Kingstown, the number of children who are begging is increasing. In fact, that is one of the reasons why we're calling for a tax holiday on shopping for back to school. People are making, when you think everything is rosy, Mary and St. Vincent and Grenadine, have you not encountered people who are catching their royal to make ends meet?
And it started in 2000.
Unless, of course,
2001.
you live in some sort of bubble where everybody and all of your friends are all good. Is that it?
And as you said, before 2000, there wasn't people on the streets in Kingston, right?
Then you're trying to move the goalpost.
No, I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm using your analysis. I'm using your analysis, baby.
Times are harder now than ever before, Bing. You know, sometimes there are people.
Of course, times are hard. Of course, I get that. I know it. I experience it. But don't say, oh, things won't scholarship. There were scholarships before 2001. But then don't give an analysis as if there weren't children and people on the streets before 2001. That's an oxymoron.
But there's a significant increase in that. And right now there are more people on the breadline. Listen, why do you think they trashed the poverty assessment report? I didn't trash it. They trash it because they know that it is standing and it is showing that they're doing, and St. Vincent and Grenadine is doing worse stuff than ever before. It's their research. Have you forgotten about it?
It's all your fault, though.
It's our fault.
Yes.
Wow, blame us for everything.
It's all your fault. Because if we had a stronger opposition, then maybe we wouldn't be experiencing these things. If we had a stronger opposition, we wouldn't have 5 in a row. Then maybe the NDP would have been in office. What you say? Speak up, I can't hear you. Huh?
I just said what I said. I think that when you go on air, you have a responsibility to be more accurate with us. If you came on,
do you think the opposition is at its strongest?
I think that we have a very effective leader of the opposition.
No, I'm not the leader. The opposition is at its strongest. Do you think the opposition is at its strongest?
Point to Mr. Weeks when he comes on here and try to throw shades at me. Tell Mr. Weeks.
I didn't know Mr. Weeks was straight. What exactly did he say? It was what towards you? I seriously, I don't know.
I came on your radio station and I said that the ULP government, the Ralph Gonsalves government, is only concerned with the 3F. Their friends, their foreigners, and their family. And I stand by that because it is the truth. And I know he remembers it because it resonates with him. Right?
Okay.
And he goes on to say, later that day, he heard on radio who got a grant and so forth. Yes, I'm a very good businesswoman, Bing. So I participate in competitions. And you know what? It was a regional one. And it so happened that I won. You know why? Because I'm competent. I'll tell you something. I applied for several locally and didn't get it though. I've seen lots of governmental positions that require someone with a first degree in marketing. You know what? I have a second degree, a master's in it. I've applied and never even been shortlisted. So when Mr. Weeks wants to come on and throw stupid, cheap shades at people, I hope that he's listening to me. And I hope that, I have experience where St. Vincent and the Grenadines only works for those who are well connected to the ULP. The friends, the foreigners, and family of those who are not. So next time he comes on here, don't try and throw stupid cheap shades at me, okay? Have a good
All right, baby. Oh God, all my loved ones, I'm cussing me this morning. What a time. All of my love on them cussing me this morning. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Listen, I know the phone is ready, but we gotta take a commercial break because we want to be on time with Dr. Richards this morning, because we gotta finish on time with him this morning. All right. So we have to take a break. We have to take our break now. We're gonna come right back. Let's go, Shady. You will do it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shady. Go ahead, please.
On Friday, September 1st, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $183,000.
Isn't it good?
That college education.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon, this is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover New Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Courts Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Horizon, hardware, horizon, one place, horizon, the helpful place. Yo, Correct is hardware, is the place for all of your home needs. If you want building materials, where you going? Horizon, horizon, for paint and garden tools, where you going? Horizon. Corazes, electrical cables, find out at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingston, located in Anderson. Down Brock, Diamonds, and Backwell. Shop at Corazes. Hardware, Corazes. Helpful place, Corazes. One place, Corazes. 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 Corazes.
When using a conventional security camera with infrared lighting for night monitoring, people, vehicles, or other important objects can be blurry and blend into the background, making it difficult to identify details in black and white. ColorView technology by Hikvision enables cameras to produce colourful videos with rich details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColorView camera is also covered with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColorView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. Telephone number 784-457-7241.
A new era of excellence in medical education has arrived, with big changes happening at Trinity School of Medicine, with the leadership of 3 new deans, a multi-million-dollar campus expansion project, and a strong desire to build a lasting relationship with the Vincentian community. Trinity is known as a premier-level medical school in the Caribbean, and we intend to broaden our focus to become the best medical school opportunity for students all over the world. From the Trinity family to yours, thank you for supporting our school and allowing our students to find a home with the people of St. Vincent.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
I couldn't wait to speak to you this morning, Doc.
Why, Bing? Good morning, Bing. Good morning, Shady. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Wherever you are listening, boom, this morning, Throwback Thursday. Good morning to you. Why you can't wait to speak to me, Bing?
Well, I heard Big Red referring to you as a wise, intelligent, intellectual man from the Baptist church right below him. I heard it with my own ears. Nobody didn't tell me. I heard it last night with my own ear.
I don't subscribe to your term, Big Red. I'm just letting you know.
The Prime Minister of
The
St.
Prime
Vincent
Minister,
and the
Dr.
Grenadines.
Gonzalez.
Okay,
Right?
okay. Prime
You
Minister.
know me, Bing. You know me. Whether
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Dr.
Prime
Friday or
Minister
whomever,
Gonzalez.
you know,
Prime
you
Minister
call them by
Gonzalez.
by a respectable name. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah. Okay.
we set the pace. All right.
Right. Prime Minister Gonzalez referred to you as a wise intellectual, a very wise man of the Baptist Church, right below you. Is it right below me there? Right below me, the church right below me there.
Okay. I didn't hear the context for that. I'm not sure why he said it, but
He referred to you as a wise intellectual. He was talking about when he said something. Oh, he said people didn't know, they don't what the term he used. But what stood out to me is a wise intellectual. He said that people do not interrogate facts. And
okay.
and
Okay.
the man who was on the radio with Bing, pastor, Dr. Richards, his exact words, the wise intellectual, a wise man.
Okay. Why? I live up to that. Sometimes
I
you
don't know what
guys.
facts you just interrogate that we
I
don't
don't know.
interrogate. I told Cutlass so last. I said, Cutlass boy, oh, apparently we're not wise.
You're talking about me behind my back.
No, we did actually, but that was said. That was said.
All right. Just
I wouldn't lie, especially to you, Pastor.
you don't. Well, yeah. I was telling. Well, if it was said, it was said. But the whole thing is just be you and be humble. And if people set a bar for you to live up to, you just have to step on it and try your best to live up to it. You know, my university awarded me years later with what is called a distinguished alumni award, given to very, very few people. And to me, that has been the greatest challenge in my life, to try to earn it. I mean, I've earned all the other things, the President's Awards and all kind of awards in university. I've earned, and feel good. But I mean, the distinguished alumni, you're like working for something and getting it. And this one, I didn't work for. This one, it was just bestowed on me. And I was like, boy, now I have to spend the rest of my life trying to live up to this distinguished alumni thing. So, sometimes it is good to have a target set for you, even if you're not there yet. It is good to have a target set so that you can work at being there, Bing. All right. Bing, you're firing on all kind of cylinders this morning, I mean, you're shooting at everybody, Kenson, Lavon, Mr. Weeks, and I don't think you shot at Jomo.
I didn't take any shots at you.
I don't know why, but you seem to be shooting, so I have to be very careful.
But that was said.
Yeah, Bing, let's move on from what was said.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying anything. I'm just reporting to you.
Yeah. Let's
not saying that is. I'm not. I know that you're a wise man.
I think.
I know you're intellect, but I didn't. I'm just reporting to you because I know you don't listen to these night programs.
I was listening to something else. I was listening to. Oh, let me talk about that because everybody seems to want to talk about NIS.
What is wrong with that? Do you have a problem with the Prime Minister calling you wise?
I know what is going to be read into that. You yesterday did something that was not. You asked me about my whether or not I had a red passport, and I know that's not what the person in the chat asked. They asked if I had a red card. No.
It was the person asked the specific word was a red passport, and I read into that meaning a diplomatic passport.
Oh, yeah. You read into it, and I know that I'm being set up and being painted and it's not nice. It is not nice when you try your best to be impartial and to be reasoned and reasonable. That if you don't say the things that people want you to hear, then you get shunted off to a particular tribe. And so I think what is being done there is that I'm being now set up to be shunted off to, the on the ULP side of defense. And that's not fair at all, because that would diminish my potency, that would diminish the content of what I say. You know how it is with our Vincentian. And once they label you, and once they pigeonhole you, then there is nothing you can say that they will listen to. So that's the danger when I get, cast in that mold. So that's why I am not all up like this. And be careful with stuff like that.
But honestly, Doc, that's not. Maybe I'm just naive, but that's not what I thought was being said.
No, Bing, you know,
Doc, honestly,
Bing,
I
you have
thought,
said over and over, oh, you have intimated over and over how the Prime Minister calls me or I talk with the Prime Minister and all
well,
of
what's
that.
wrong with that? The
And
Prime Minister came to your church publicly and said this is his new church home. And why is that a problem? I've seen leaders.
it feeds into a particular.
So when Major Leacock is seen publicly at the church several times, what does that feed into?
No, the narrative out there, I've heard the narrative out there, I've heard the narrative, and I try to diminish it because my effect in what I do to give impartial commentary will be minimized, diminished if it takes on this veneer, because it's not a truthful substance, but it takes on the veneer of partiality.
Doc, you've done critical analysis against some of the policies of the government.
Yeah, and when that happens, then I all of a sudden I am all yellow, and it's just not right. A man can give
You've got
commentary.
to do you, Doc. You just got to do you. I mean, I get it all the time. Yeah, you cost me this morning. I get it all the time. I don't care. But when a prime minister refers to you as a wise, who was the wise man in the Bible, Doc?
Let's move on. Being they talk with NIS, and I've heard Kenson talk about it this morning. I heard Jimmo talk about it yesterday. I heard Lavon King, very articulate young lady, I must say. Whether or not you agree with, or sometimes you have to get past where you disagree and see where there's potential for stuff. And I think Lavon is quite an articulate young lady. Anyways, talk about NIS. And so last night when they did that thing live, the panel discussion, I was expecting, quite a few thousand Vincentians I was expecting to follow the live, because the hall can only seat that many, and even the hall was sparsely attended. It was, I think it was at the NIS headquarters. I was quite, it's one of the best panel discussions that I have ever listened to, bar none. The level of expertise, the level of factual presentation, there was not any particular axe to grind, and I myself have refrained being, and I don't have the wall of time. God, I can't say much. I just looked at the time, but I myself have refrained from saying much about the whole NIS issue. I heard Jomo say this, I heard Kenson say this, I heard other people say, but I have refrained because, oh gosh, I can't talk what I don't know. I didn't know the fullness of the reforms. I didn't know some of the risk factors to mitigate against. I didn't know what was being. So I said, you know what, I'm going to tune in. And I thought that a lot of Vincentians who are ventilating about NIS, would take this as a great opportunity to get facts, not from a partisan point of view, but because the panel was not a local panel. It's real expert from across the region, and boy, it was good. So I thought that this was a real opportunity to get the unpolished facts, unpolished. You didn't jimmy the facts. If you have a suspicion about what you get here, then here is your opportunity to tune in. I was disappointed, Bing. I don't think I at any point, maybe I may have missed it if it went over 200, but I don't think at any point it went over 200. Bing, I'm like, do people really care, or do they just want to talk about NIS? If they care, they would. I've seen more people tune into the North Windward Queen show. But some girls are gonna come out in swimsuit, and they're gonna say a few lines. Some of them are gonna mess them up. They're gonna get some, evening gong thing, and they're gonna go to O&R and stuff. You have a couple thousand people tune into that. So that's our appetite. The rural carnival, I can't remember if it was Georgetown or where. They jig up in this street. You saw like you saw a couple thousand people on that.
Lavon King is saying, and which is true, right? She's saying, Pastor, I think it was perhaps not promoted enough.
I agree with that. I really agree with that, Lavon. Actually, I think something of that metal and something that was going to have that. Joy, Matthews, commended the team and all of that. And I know they did a lot of work internally to set it up to the refreshments, everything, internal organization. But where it mattered most, where it is, I mean, I've said this over and over, a storm in a teacup just covers a limited space. A storm in a teacup, I don't care how ferocious a storm in the teacup, it covers only the teacup and it doesn't affect the wider environment. And a matter like that needed to affect the wider environment. And I think sadly it affected only the teacup. So that one here, I didn't pick up on it until late. And for a guy like myself that has an interest in NIS, I thought that this would have been mashing down the news, and every media outlet and all of that should have had that promoted. Nonetheless,
That's what she said. She saw it when it was happening. That's what
yeah,
she said now. That's what she said now.
yeah, but being they did, we don't have maybe you'll come back Monday or some other time because I keep moving on fast. So sometimes I think I'm going to come back to it and I don't. But one of the presentations that itemized and listed the risk factors, that's what I keyed into. And man, I tell you, that was an education for me. That was like National Insurance Service 101. Impartially, it wasn't bashing our NIS. In fact, a lot of good things were actually said about our actuary. And we have a good person doing the actuary there, the director. But also, unbiased, in an unbiased fashion, the lady was saying, here's some things we have to hedge against. We have offered some reforms, one of them pointedly being outsource. Your board is too closed. Your board who make decision on investment and where they fund. And investment was a big thing. What if the returns are too low? What's going to happen? So investment return was a big factor, a big risk factor. And she said, look, we have to kind of guarantee that we go in the best direction for our investment. And you can't depend on in-house people only making these decisions, fundamental decisions which affect the future of NIS, because 30% or something of the money is invested, and you can't just let in-house people do that. She said, bring on 2 or 3 people. No, that was another guy that said, bring on 2 or 3 people on the outside experts who are not part of the board, so that they can make investment decision, give you investment guidance. I thought that was a quite an applaudable recommendation for reform. Nonetheless, what was said is that sometimes you have all of these reform initiatives on the table, but there might be a delayed implementation. And I asked myself, what processes affect the speed of implementation or perhaps impede the implementation of reform? So that was quite an insightful thing. I won't go through all of them. I am just saying, I think it is still available on API. So if you're listening, boom, this morning, which many of you doing, and we don't see it on the live because most of you prefer, like me, to listen on radio. So the numbers are high on radio. If you're hearing my voice this morning, go back and go through item by item especially the NIS risk factors, because if you could assuage, if you can mitigate against these risks, and if we can handle them well, NIS might not be in as bad a shape as people are purporting it to be. Unfortunately, though, my sense of thinking is, even me having said this, unfortunately, while that wealth of independent opinion, not biased, not polished, independent professional opinion, while that wealth of independent professional opinion is out there for your reading, for your overview, for you to peruse so that you could be well informed, I suspect that people prefer, I could be wrong, maybe many people out there will now gravitate towards that, get the information, and then begin to speak. But I suspect that there's a preference to speak and to say popular things without the requisite information. For me, I prefer to go get the requisite information so that I can be in a position to speak. So please go check out that NIS thing on API and listen from beginning to end is fantastic. Even Mr. Fitzbramble said this is fantastic stuff. Mr. Luke Brown from the same constituency there. Mr. Luke Brown also, while he said it was fantastic stuff, he did point to some of the things that could be added to the recommendation. It is great stuff. All right, so go check it out. And it's not politically polished, so that you could be suspicious of it. Please go check it out. Bing, one last thing. You know I will do this every Thursday, but this particular Sunday, I'm going to talk about worship at Kingston Baptist Church is always a fantastic thing. So I've heard people have commented they love the worship singing. Last week, I heard from people all across the globe. It seemed like when Kiyoko, Bing, you all know Kiyoko.
Oh man,
when you listen to that lady sing, "It Is Well With My Soul."
Amazing.
We had some people in from Georgia, and when I visited with them during the week, they said they sent it off to their family in the United States. And that rendition of "It Is Well With My Soul," I mean, people from a particular university also said their dean and professors and all of that, they were just amazed. We have good quality here in St. Vincent.
We need to hear more of Kyoka on the podium.
Yeah, Kyoka, we will.
That's my post now.
Yeah, Kyoka will come up from time to time. We have a lot of gifted people there. Everybody knows Otto. The Prime Minister loves to hear Otto.
She's just an amazing singer, with a beautiful voice.
Kyoka's family, Rachel, all of them. Andrew De Silva is an up and coming.
Yes.
Andrew De Silva is up. We have a lot of gifted people. So people all over are gravitating towards the worship, and I like that. That is good. They look for a certain quality of the worship singing and all of that points them towards God. And they could feel it. You felt it Sunday, it was palpable. But this particular Sunday, I'm going to, and when it comes to the time of the word, because the word is just a small part of what happens. But when it comes to the time of the word, I'm going to talk about a matter that I need to talk about. Sheep and wolves. Sunday. You don't want to miss that thing, okay? Remember to set your thing. It's sheep. I mean, you had to watch out for the wolves and what they're doing to the sheep. And part of what I will say on Sunday is that it makes, and it's just something that Jesus said, and I know that this is going to resonate. It makes sense that you kill today and then you go weep tomorrow and send flowers. All right, it just makes sense. And Jesus has a way of dropping some things for us to unpack. That you're going to kill today, and then tomorrow you're going to turn around and weep. I mean, why? And there's a reason why. Why are you doing that? So I like to keep it relevant and impacting, and so you're going to hear a message like from the mouth of Jesus in his words. I am just going to articulate some of what he said on Sunday. So you know where to find us, Bing, right? We are located right at the entrance to the Botanical Gardens, white building. You don't miss it. The name is on there, Kingston Baptist Church, and we begin at 10 o'clock. Also, it's Back to School Sunday, where many parents from the community and all around bring their children in for the blessing. That's usually a great time. I think you have seen it already, Bing. So remember, if you're looking for a place to worship on Sunday, you can join us here at the Kingston Baptist Church. Bring the children, especially. We have an entire section called Children's Church. In fact, we just got in close to 100 more chairs. Did you hear me? 100 more chairs and desks, so that we could accommodate the number of children coming. So bring your children this Sunday. They won't interrupt you in the service. There's a section for them, and then at the time of blessing, they will come in and be blessed. God bless you all, Bing. Remember the sheep and the wolves this weekend. All right?
God bless you, Doc. Catch you Monday morning, God's willing. Thank you. Hey, this is where we're gonna wrap it up. Let me start by thanking all of the persons who've been part of today's proceeding, this morning's proceeding, Bacchanal proceeding on OMG. Let me just start by my wrapping up. Morning, we will do this. We take this. Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Dave, buddy. How you doing? Hey, Pastor, Doc, hold on, Dave. Hold on. Doc, I see you drinking some really horrible coffee there. Let me invite you, if you're in town today, drop by. We've got some nice special Central America organic coffee in the office. Smelling up the whole building, freshly brewed.
I wanted to ask him Dr. Christian.
Well, you can't. You don't think out, but you can't.
Anyhow.
Dave, wait now. Let me finish now. I'm to you. Wednesday done gone now. Wait. I'm just saying. If you're in town today, pass by the studio and get some nice Central American coffee. It's freshly brewed. I'll be happy to give you some without sugar as I'm having it. All right, Dave. Let's go, Dave. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you Doc this question. I know he's a brilliant guy. I mean, demonstrating that on your radio station, like It's every morning. But I want to ask him this question. Is the church, I want to say the church, I'm talking about all who practice Christianity, whatever it is, and preach the word of God, as they say. Is it really helping us in these times? I think well, in my opinion,
What is the role of the church to say is the church helping us? What's the role? Let's start about the fundamental. What's the role of the church in these times?
The church is to bring a lot of solutions, answers to some of the questions, or bring a different hope, an aspiration. These are my words. So people in these times, but I don't know. I don't get that.
You want the church to play the role of a political party?
What the hell are you coming with that?
I'm just asking. You can say
no,
yes or no.
No. I am above that, man. I am above that.
So what exactly do you mean?
I'm thinking about the
well-being of humanity. The spiritual side. That's what you mean.
I came up when
the
I was
spiritual side.
I had to go to church. I had to go to Sunday school, and I must say, some of that has remained with me. I won't say everything has remained with me. And don't forget that righteousness exalts the nation. But in my opinion, we don't have that word righteousness. I'm not seeing it coming out of us as a people.
Us including you. When you say us, you're including yourself.
Yes.
If you ain't going to church, we expect.
I have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
Yeah, but you ain't going to get forgiveness for sin. One for the basket in a day. You're part of the collective.
I'm always asking for that. So I don't tell me.
So who you blaming for that? You're blaming church for people not going to church?
Listen to me. Let me repeat myself. I have already come to the conclusion that the church, I've said it over and over, has lost its moral authority that it used to have.
By whose standards?
When I was a younger
person.
By
your standard?
By their standard.
By their standard? Because what?
They have become victims of outsiders who, or the politicians.
But there we go. That's we got politics you're talking about there.
Man, we live in a world.
You want the church to come and cuss and become a political party. That's what you want, right? You want the church to come out and speak.
I can speak for myself enough. You don't have to talk for me. I am speaking for how I see things.
What is the role of the church there?
I mean, my experience, that's already, you wasted time with me.
What is the role of the church, Dave?
The role of the church is to bring us as human beings together and to make us a better people. I don't know what else.
That is all?
Of course, well, basically, getting us to understand that we come in the world and we must not leave this world as a wretched place. I hope the pastor is listening because I'm getting at him too. Like I said, I give him what belongs to him, and I think I like to hear him come on the radio and explain this and explain that. But even the pastors have their biases, one way or the other.
So we all have our biases, Dave. Don't you have your bias?
Yes.
Right. So what the hell?
You ain't talking to
So what is wrong with if pastor have a bias? So pastor is not okay to have a bias, but you okay to have a bias?
Well, I'm glad you say that.
Really? So it's only you alone. It's only you and your kind alone supposed to have a bias. Pastor, I've always said that his bias is towards the Bible and God. What is your bias towards? What's your bias towards this?
I have a bias towards that too. I have a bias because nobody can take that away from me. So it isn't he alone, but there are other biases.
What are your other biases? What are your biases? What are you
and malign others?
Okay, do you align yourself? Are you aligned in any way?
Yes.
So wait, you could align yourself, but nobody else can align themselves?
No, don't try to contradict what I'm saying. I am saying there are other biases that we have to deal with. But
Do you
sometimes
deal with your other biases?
I deal with it. If I wasn't dealing with that, I couldn't speak about it.
Okay, so you deal
Right?
with your biases, so other
I'm
people
just-
not dealing with their biases.
I'm just sending out a message, and I know you're biased in all different forms. Right?
Yes, but what about you?
When
Let's
you
start
choose
with the man in the mirror. No, let's start with the man in the mirror.
Listen, I have said it. I have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
Right.
You know what? You know.
Me
you
too.
know about
Me
that?
too. Me too. Me too. Me
Oh,
too.
well,
Me
God,
too. Me
okay.
too. So your problem with the church is that they align themselves politically and whatever,
Of
right?
course you do that.
Okay.
Because
What about you?
my thing is,
Have
the
you
church-
aligned yourself in any
the
way at
church
all
have
politically?
an independent authority.
Right.
How much could I stress
Right.
that?
And that independent authority is based on what your side should be.
On what the Bible says. If the
But how
Bible
do you
is true-
know? How do you know? How do you
if the
know
Bible
they're not
is
doing
true,
that?
It should be based on the
It is
Bible.
is it a situation if you're not with me, you're against me?
Listen, man, you having no two back and forth here. I think I've said enough. And you want to.
No, you don't want to be interrogated. You just walk come and run your mouth. And you
Who
don't want
talk
nobody
about
to
that? And yeah,
interrogate
here
you. Eh? You don't want
you
nobody to
just said-
interrogate you.
you just said- you
You
just
want
said
to come and
research-
say what you want to say, but nobody must. And just everybody just accept it. But
No,
nobody
we have
must.
had enough
Nobody
of
must
that. I
ask you
can't
any
understand.
question. Eh? You don't want nobody to ask you any question. You are. So
No,
I
no,
want-
no, no,
oh,
don't
I
say
am
that.
asking you a
Talk-
question. Dave,
talk
I am
and keep
asking
it
you
going.
questions
Talk is
so
a
that we
very
can
expensive thing now.
all understand what you're saying a bit clearer. So
I
let's go.
know-
Your
I know where
churches
you're
are
sitting. I
aligning
know where
themselves.
you're
Am I
sitting.
correct? Is
You're
that
in a
what you
good
said?
cushion- You're in a good cushion and all of
Is
that.
that what
So
you're saying? That the churches are aligned politically? That what you said? Am I
Don't
correct?
misinterpret. I have said what I said, and who have ears to hear, let them hear. Right?
Yes.
Thank you very much for entertaining me.
Dave,
But
you know I
think
will always
Pastor
find
heard
time
what
with
I
you.
have to say.
And I will always find time for you, Dave. You know.
And I hope the pastor. But how you tell me about come and drink some coffee?
What's wrong
You
with
don't
that?
understand that I'm not mobile like I used to be.
Oh,
you don't understand that.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I
So
wasn't
when
aware of that.
You could talk about your Mexican coffee and all this. What happened? You're going to serve coffee to the public today?
No, I brought coffee for my staff.
That would be a good humanitarian thing on your part if you're going to give everybody a cup of coffee.
I can give the little that I have to those
Me and
around me.
nothing because your man just promised and you don't give.
Oh, Lord, boy.
Your man just promised and you don't give.
Same thing Pastor say about you, you know. Same
Well,
thing
your
Pastor say about
pastor
you.
tell you the truth, tell you
Ah,
what
so
you-
is it truth you say? Is it truth you say? Is it truth you say? Same
Don't-
thing Pastor say about you.
Don't try to use me as an scapegoat.
Hey, boy, I love you, man, enough, buddy. You know, I went looking for you in your usual place that I.
You can't see me, Bing. You have to reach further than that. You have to reach where I am located.
You give me a number to call you. I called you several times. There was no answer.
All right. Yeah, I had enough. Let me go and look after myself.
Take care of yourself,
and
now, Dave. Take care of yourself, please, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right. No, and I'm being genuine. I'm being
If
genuine.
there's one person, thank you. You look after yourself too.
Oh,
and
yes.
Stop talking about all these women you have your eyes.
Then when did I talk about women? What is, bless my heart. What are you talking
Stop
about?
lusting, man.
All right, my brother.
All right,
Thank
have a
you.
good day.
Have a good day, Dave. Thank you very much. Yeah. I want to start off by thanking all those who were part of the program this morning. Very early this morning, we had our special friend Angelique. I don't know if you guys missed her. Quite interesting indeed. Angelique is a young lady who is going to be part of our team. She had an interesting go this morning. She really got her feet wet this morning anyway with myself and the Cutlass. I'm sure she was shocked to her core. She couldn't. She was like, "Whoa!" Angelique is the one who made a comment that sent the live wild. Good morning, Corey. You're live.
Good morning, my brother.
Good
And
morning,
you know,
my brother.
I
How are you?
Well, I don't miss the pro, and I'm very early. I called to just tell you and my brother, Mr. Joachim, that the situation with the sexual misconduct really and truly is really an individual own. That's their own choice. So you could live the life because even sometimes when I talk about homosexuality, to leave with people, and that's their right. What we have to be concerned about is that people holding high offices must conduct themselves conducive to the office. And so if you not in an office, political office, and you do a little hanky-panky, I hope you could work it out. But somebody holding a very high office, we have to hold them to account. In terms of Dave Roberts, he been very consistent about the church. And I live here, I'm 62 years old, and I'm telling you, we had church before. I know we used to have encountered other programs, but other politicians, other pastors literally had a right from God to say wrong is wrong and right is right. They've gone silent. I agree with them 100%. We need back the church. We need back a church that can be accountable to God and can help our people in a truthful way. And you cannot be happy with what is happening with the church. One last thing in terms of the NAS. I agree with my brother who spoke about nobody should dip their hand in NS money. We had an actual report from 2019. Mr. Haynes and Mr. Gonzalez knew that whole thing. Why are you taking monies to pay out $500 to students, and when the time comes, sale of students? In front of me, I have a document. Between 2009 and 2013, 1,531 dropouts. You know what's really going on with children right now and the parents? Take that money and give it to the parents, so that the parents could send them to school, Mr. Gonzalez. Don't play politics with people. And it is time that, Mr. Bing, that we are not afraid to say, Mr. Gonzalez, you're wrong, even if he wants to make life hard for you. We want democracy. Pastor Richard, I love you very much. You're the one who who churched my daughter when she got married. I'm not here to run you down. I'm only begging you to tell the politicians it is time that they respect God, because God will not be mocked. Love you very much. This is why it makes your program, so important, so popular, because you allow people like Hammy and Dave Roberts with a different view to be able to have a voice. Love you very much. God bless you all very much.
God bless you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much. Hey, listen, I love all, the good, the indifferent, the not so good, the ugly, the good looking. I love you all. Yes, Tammy?
Good morning, Big.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
You and the Prime Minister really blow Mr. Richards' bubble this morning. I am very disappointed in Dr. Richards that when the Prime Minister referred to people in derogatory terms, he has never publicly come and condemn it. But you say we're big red, and he can come and read and condemn you for saying so.
He didn't condemn it.
Yes. He rebuked you from calling the Prime Minister big red.
Anyway,
Bing,
that's your
I know what I heard.
That's your interpretation. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, but he has never publicly said the Prime Minister referred to people in derogatory terms he has done. And this is why I have a problem. That he is so caught up in his intellectual capacity that he forgets everything else that he's supposed to deal with. He's proud that the Prime Minister says, he's intelligent and all that. If that makes him fly this morning. But he's very disappointed. The other day he spoke a lot and said nothing. And he would continue to be like that until he's man enough to rebuke people in authority when they make mistakes. Have a good day.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. As I was saying, I don't know where I'm coming here right now. I need to go back to the Gulf of Mexico and stay there. Find some money and stay in the Gulf of Mexico. Hey, listen, it's been a great one this morning. I love you all. Angelique, I love you. The Cuban Cutlass, Jomo, I love you. You're all right. Who else came on after that? Kenson, I hate you. I don't like Kenson. I don't like you. Kenson, I don't like you. I don't like far from life. Who else? Love on. Which one? Love on. Love on King. That's my baby. That's my darling. And the other love on, the other love on who called and cussed me. I love you, baby. You know I've got a special place in my heart for you. You know that, baby. All right. Huh? Mr. Weeks, yeah, Mr. Weeks is my boy. I don't care at all. Listen, nobody will get Mr. Weeks off of this radio. None of you. I close it down first. I make that decision. Right? And Dr. Richard, of course. you see, Dr. Richards is in a very special place, and I feel for him sometimes, you know. Dr. Richards, as Percy just said, is an intellectual, right? And sometimes when he speaks, it goes over the head of people, and you don't get it sometimes when he speaks. When you hear Dr. Richards doing critical analysis, I sit down, I say, I wonder if them idiots still listening, because they will come and run him down, right? And then when he's doing critical analysis of the policies of the government, I said to myself, I wonder if these fools listening to, because they will come around because they understand what they don't get it. They're hearing, but they ain't listening. Right? So because he don't come and you don't talk it raw like me, because I go come and talk it raw, and I go cuss, and I go say, Big Red, you're talking choppiness, and the king in waiting, and we go and Huffers Gate. Now that is not Dr. Richard's style. But he said the same thing I'm saying, but just using different language. I want it, chop it. I love all this thing anyway. I'll be back tomorrow morning to do it all over again, ladies, especially to you. I'm going to catch you later. We gone, all right? Where's Jill? Jill. She working today? Who's working? Punch and toast? Sauce? Who's sauce? Who's young sauce? Who's going to be on the mic? Puncher, you need to come in the studio. Come, we got to do this. Come, Puncher. We got to do the crossover. Come, step inside. Come in your baptism, buddy. You know we do the crossover thing. Come, buddy. Step up to the microphone. You know we do the crossover. Come. Good morning, Puncher.
Good morning.
This is the first time you and I are speaking on air like this. How are you doing?
Yeah, man. Me good, man.
Yeah, man. You're good. Where are you from, Puncher?
From Richland.
From Richland Park.
Big up my Richland Park.
Big up your Richland Park people. Banana farmers people, right?
Yeah.
You a farmer, Puncher?
Yeah, man.
You do your thing. Yeah. You plant your little things. Crops. Have you ever planted marijuana?
Me? No.
You've never planted marijuana. You've only partaken. You never planted.
No.
Okay, so you just smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. You publicly stating on the radio that you smoke marijuana, Puncher? Do you have a medical certificate to say that you're supposed to use marijuana, Puncher?
Yeah.
From which doctor? Which doctor give you that certificate, Puncher, for you to come on the radio and say that you use marijuana?
I can't say.
You can't say. Why do you use marijuana? Which limb? You have arthritis? You have what is it? What are you using marijuana for, Puncher?
Just to relax.
To relax? Which pharmacy can I get those marijuana just to relax?
Just go around and check out.
Just go around and check out. Okay. And where do you get your marijuana to make you just relax?
Nah,
you can't say.
It's all about.
It's all about?
Yeah.
So Shady, you have marijuana to make you just relax? The bucket, my bucket done. My bucket have more according to Grant. My bucket have more. Have you ever sold marijuana, Puncher? No, not like anything. You ever sold a spliff? Ever sell a spliff? Come now, tell the truth. We don't tell Shady. Tell Shady. We don't cheat. We don't lie and we don't cheat in it. Puncher, you never sell a spliff.
I do lie.
You do lie.
Yeah,
okay. So let's see. Have you ever sold a spliff?
I can't say that.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
No,
you don't want to say.
I just don't feel comfortable
saying that you sell a spliff.
No, I never say I never say I sell a spliff. I just
say. Would you never? But you say that you can't say.
Yeah, I can't say.
So you rather not say. You rather not say. You rather not. You cannot deny or you cannot confirm that you sell marijuana. Okay. Okay. How much a spliff goes off? Like a spliff. How much one goes off?
Yeah, like $3.
$3 also. Three EC dollars?
Yeah.
For like we call that a bum. That's small. Just a spliff.
Yeah.
3 EC. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. 3 EC.
3 EC.
For one. There's a minimum amount you have to buy. Do you have to buy like 3 or you could just buy one? How do you sell? Just one or you sell more than one?
I don't sell.
You don't sell. Okay.
Right.
You've never sold a spliff. You can't conform or you can't deny. You can't conform or you can't deny. You rather not conform. You rather not deny. Okay. You think marijuana make a lot of money selling marijuana? People who sell marijuana, not you in particular. You think they make the money? Depend on what?
Yeah, depends on how you selling?
Like when I say how, like how? Like, what do you mean? I say like how?
No, you know, and I know.
No, I don't know. Like how? So if you sell in large amounts, or if you sell in plenty split, for like
probably from the large amount.
From the large amount.
Yeah.
Right. Like how much money you sell from the large amount? So approximately. Just approximately. You don't have to. I'm not gonna tell. Approximately. What's the most amount you've ever sold?
Me?
Yes. About you make a $500.
Well, I can't see.
You can't confirm or you can't deny. Yeah. Okay. All right. Do you add anything to your marijuana when you smoke it? I know some people used to use like Empire and those kind of
blend.
Blend. You blend?
Yeah, local.
You blend local?
Yeah.
But when I say local, what do you mean?
It's local high leaf.
High leaf. Where you get the high leaf from?
What we planted.
You plant high leaf?
Yeah.
Okay. And all this is going in Richland Park?
All over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Natural.
Natural high leaf.
Right.
Okay. How often do you smoke?
Yeah. Not so often.
Not so often.
Yeah, when I'm ready.
When you're ready, you take a smoke.
Yeah.
Take a smoke. All right. And when you smoke, like it is an aphrodisiac. I mean, like it makes you want to have sex more with your girls and that kind of thing, or it slows you down. What happens to you when you smoke all these things?
No, it just slow down and
it slows you down. It slows you down. It slows you down. So you could be getting butt and you don't know because you're smoking.
Well, if I get in.
Yeah, if you get in, but you get in. Yeah. Right. Punch is up next, guys. Punch is up next. He just tell out the whole wall. He just smoke and plant weed. Punch is up next. Hey, listen, go easy on him, eh? Go easy on my boy Puncher. Go easy on him. Go easy on him. Go easy on him. Hey, listen, Punch is an amazing DJ. He's the one that works with Jill in the Shade Room. He plays music in the Shade Room. So, you know, he's family, all right? And his DJ is Young Source. DJ, there's a Young Source. Is there old source? An old source. Yeah. So you're a young source. Okay. So your source is not. You as a source is kind of not a good source yet. You're still young. You're okay, source. Okay. You're still at. Okay. Punch and Young Sources up next, people. Do enjoy it. Listen, stick around. We got an amazing team. You're gonna enjoy these guys, all right? Please, and it's Throwback Thursday, and you're gonna get the best of music and the best of Puncher. Puncher, if you need anything, let me know. Okay. Shady, put one downstairs and get a split for you if you need it to help you. You're good.
Yeah.
You take something before you left home. Smoke before you left home. You smoked last night.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you smoked last night. Last night. Well, what time last night you smoked? So before you go to bed, or what time? So
yeah, most likely
before you go to bed. All right, okay, good. Colin, you know what to find? He's a short little red man. As soon as he step out downstairs, send a rapid response unit and pick him up for me, please.
I clean us.
But you smoked. You say smoke last night, and in Richland Park, so they know where to go to find the bucket.
Oh.
Guys, have some fun with these guys, okay? These guys are amazing. Stay with them for me, please. I guarantee you, stay with them. You're gonna have some fun. Listen, next week we've got something brand new coming for you. That's what I'm gonna say. We got something brand new coming for you. Not an OMG. I mean, an addition to the general team of Stay Out to the Station. Something really good that's coming. Next week, you're going to enjoy it. I'll be back tomorrow morning. That doesn't mean I'm not signing out for the week. I'll be back tomorrow morning, all right? And we're going to take it up a notch next week as well to an OMG. Until then, we're going to love you.
When's the last time you heard styles like these?
Are you ready for party done?
Throwback Thursday. We giving you the best throwback.